That's because finding a good avocado is almost impossible.
No, Sarah's a fucking genius at it. We are live. Well, not really live, actually. So, if you're seeing this on YouTube, if you're one of our YouTube viewers, which I found out a few of them exist, no, you didn't miss the stream. Right now, there's no internet in our area. It's all fucked up for some reason. And we decided that we should still play. Because at the end of the day, keeping the game going, and we missed a lot of time too with my recovering from surgery and some of us having narcolepsy, so we just decided that we should keep going. So this will be on YouTube later, and then hopefully by the week after this, hopefully it doesn't take a long time to get this episode uploaded, but we should be back on regular with the live. So we miss you live viewers, but sorry. So last time, as you guys arrived in Aria.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
After arriving via stormy boat and venturing through the storm of the high seas heading towards Aria, as it had been afflicted with another elemental weather phenomenon such as Banyang and Verenden was currently going through.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking further the treasure of Golem the Giant King, as you guys pondered ways to try and reach the top of Godreach Mountain, Alexia's connection to the king granted you guys an audience, and it was then that Wilhelm, his top scientist, revealed that he had been working on a flying machine of sorts, powered by both engineering and tremendous amount of magical force, to levitate an entire ship. After testing it and finding out that it does indeed work, you guys hastily made your way to Godreach Mountain, where Golem's fortress that he had turned into a trap-ridden area in his paranoia.
This place was dead there.
You guys made it through there and fought him atop the mountain. It was in defeating him that you found the third dragon-slaying weapon, and a mirror of some kind that seems to tell whether it is fortune, the future, people's true intentions. Nobody knows, but when Alexia used it, it showed her everybody betraying her.
Apparently, Iflin already has a plan to betray me. All the dirty secrets you two are keeping.
Placing your guys' ill-gotten gains in your bag.
Ill-gotten?
I mean, if betrayal is happening, it's ill-gotten. But placing it in everyone's individual bag of holding and things of that nature, you guys begin making your way back down the mountain. And it's at this point, as you guys are gathering the belongings of Golem and kind of divvying them up and putting them away and everything, Maria is just standing off in the distance, just staring at that huge tornado-like funnel cloud that you guys saw on your way to the mountain. She's just looking at it. Speaking of the dragon-slaying sword that you guys found, I described this after the session last time. So in appearance, it is a longsword. But its blade is not narrow like a longsword would be. It's the same length, but it's much thicker, more like a broadsword kind of blade. The hilt itself is made of draconic wings that kind of spread apart. And then it spreads down to the pommel, which is also a draconic head. The blade itself has these blue intricate markings carved all up through it, and it just gives off a faint glow. The dragon's head at the pommel as well also has a blue kind of gem-like appearance to it.
Who has the sword?
Me.
Oh, okay.
And I believe you attuned to it, didn't you?
I believe so. I think that's how I... Yeah, I had to, because that's why I know what it is and what it does.
Mm-hmm.
So what weapons, or what items do you currently have attuned to?
That and the cloak that I'm wearing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I also had boots on, but I'm not going to wear those anymore.
You can have 3 items then.
Oh, well then, I don't have to take those off. I only had 2.
So as you attune to it, the blade actually vibrates in your hand, and it kind of pulls you towards the direction of the funnel cloud that Maria is currently staring off to. You kind of resist the urge at first as it kind of vibrates in your hand and kind of shakes around. And when you kind of relinquish control and kind of let it guide you, it pulls you towards that direction.
Wait, what's guiding him? The sword?
I asked Maria why are you looking at the cloud? Is there something that you sense over there?
Something appears to be pulling me in that direction. I just feel like there's something there.
Like a magical force?
I cannot describe what it is. It is much like intuition. I just feel drawn to it.
Well, after all, that's only natural. I mean, it is basically a giant tornado, is it not?
No, it's more than that. It is difficult to explain.
Interesting.
Well, perhaps if the scientist has been able to get the ship back up and running, we can venture a little closer.
What would you guys like to do on that note?
Well, speaking of entering, that death trap of entrance we came through, didn't the walls seal off the way back? How are we going to make our way through?
I begin looking for a path.
That's a good question.
Make a investigation check.
Is that just everyone in general?
Alexia mentioned it. If you guys seen her do it as well, you can kind of make them blow if you like.
No.
Just gonna scratch my head.
My new dice are not great. 12.
Total?
Yeah.
You have new dice? Nice.
So you see Alexia kind of start essentially walking in circles. She looks like she has an idea. Of course, she moves to one area, and she kind of like shakes her head and moves to another area. She appears to be looking for something, but she's not sure where to start.
She has not found it. These elusive pathways.
14 for me.
14.
Slightly better.
You also give off the same kind of mannerisms as you see what she's doing, you almost mimic it a little bit. And you're kind of overwhelmed with this huge landscape on top of the mountain. You're just like, I don't know where to start. This is too much. At this point, Varys, you see them both kind of, much like a dog looking for a place to go to the bathroom, just kind of like stop and like start in other areas and just eventually just stop nowhere and do nothing.
I have no idea how to get back to the ship, let alone how to get off the mountain.
I figures. Do you make investigation cheers, Ferris?
Sure, why not? 11.
You start trying to follow Alexia and Evelyn's example, but as it was not a very good example, you're still kind of lost.
Maria, is there any magic that you have that could direct us in the direction we need to go?
Nothing so powerful.
So, like, is the cloud funnel that she's drawn towards just, like, in the middle of the sky? Like, it's not like a...
Yeah, so as you guys flew above the clouds, it was a much more concentrated area of lightning up in the sky above the clouds. but just above the skyline, there was this enormous, massive cyclone just swirling around.
Hmm.
And you see traces of lightning kind of arcing through it constantly.
I still have an inclination of the dragon's up there.
Well, we're not going to get anywhere if we keep standing around, walking around in circles like mad dogs.
I'll see you. Okay. Maria very casually walks over to the throne, and she goes to the backside of it, and you hear like a loud sliding sound of like stone against stone.
She found a
And she
secret
goes,
passage.
"Oh, there appears to be a back door here."
Really? Behind the throne?
Yes, I've read of such things in books. Typically, it is the simplest solution that is the first one.
Well
I
done,
would like to
Maria.
walk over to the throne and see if it's true.
There's a huge opening.
Why? And you push this yourself?
Oh, no, I merely pushed this button here.
Quite a little adventurer you are. Good job. And I like hold my hand out like for a down low, yeah, low five because she's tiny.
She just like looks at it and then like starts walking down the path.
I follow her, just
Very
shaking my
good.
head at Varys like, what is wrong with you? Oh, and we call for Ithlin as I'm like halfway down.
You hear them call for you, but they're nowhere to be seen.
Oh.
Like, follow the sound of my voice.
I follow them.
Do we
I'm
have
guessing
any
it's
light?
like dark in this passageway.
Yeah.
It is dark, but all three of you have dark vision.
What about Maria?
For some reason, she seems to be fine.
Oh, alright, cool.
I touch her forehead and a like pink light.
That's my
appears on her head.
forehead!
What was that?
Phone's falling.
There was no phones in this time period.
She like kind of like swats her hand away before you can get her, and she's like, "I can see just fine.
Really now, you don't want a light?
We were over this before."
Well, forgive me. I have sort of a memory issue. I think it's.
Narcolepsy?
It varies week to week.
I think it has something to do with the multiple instances of friendly fire that have downed me and caused me to suffer brain damage due to lack of oxygen.
That in your advanced age.
Yes, that in my advanced 40 years, or however much it was.
As you guys progress down this underground cavern, you kind of surmise this is probably how Golem navigates the traps himself to avoid triggering them constantly, and to ensure that nobody else could find him. This is how he probably got in and out of his own throne room. And it's a pretty straight and narrow path. You guys recall that it took a couple hours to navigate the mountain, kind of scale it, and make your way through the fortress. But as this is kind of a straight pathway forward, it's still enormous, definitely made for giants as opposed to humans. So it still adds some time, but you surmise that it probably would have taken Golem maybe 30 minutes or so. This takes you guys a better part of 2 hours to navigate under this pathway.
Stupid giants. Freaking huge in their long legs.
But eventually, you hear the sound of rain splattering against the mountain and the sound of lightning crashing further in. And you start to see small traces of light, although you surmise it's probably closer than nightfall at this point.
I can't remember if that like village with all the homes and the zombie skeleton things was near the top, or if it was like before his like death traps.
It was before the
Before.
death traps.
Okay. So are we like close to that area, or
You're not sure? You just see an opening.
I poke my head out through the opening?
You appear to be at the base of the mountain.
Oh, we bypassed all of it. Who knows?
I will say, why don't you guys retcon a little bit? As you guys are kind of traveling through here, go ahead and make a history checks. As neither of you are dwarves, it will be just a simple roll.
Ooh. I got 21.
18.
Uh, 27.
The two of you, Varys and Alexia, you arrived at the same conclusion roughly the same time. Like, oh, this was like carved like by somebody. This is not a natural landscape formation at all. And as you're about to share that information, Ithlin just launches into an explanation about how it was carved from the rocks. It must have taken many years to do so, and it's more than likely that it took several bits of manpower to do it. Although they are giants, so it's possible it took half as much as I'm thinking. It just launches into this full-blown explanation about it.
Mm.
All the useless information that you never needed.
Yes.
Down to like what tools were used. Like you're like, you see these markings here? Some kind of pickaxe, obviously.
Nerd.
Yep. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, you guys appear to be at the base of the mountain. You can see by foot, just because you are still kind of on a scale above the tippy or the bottom of the mountain. Not the bottom, the peak of the mountain, I guess, because you guys are back on the peak and slowly traverse upwards towards more of the peak. But you can actually see, just looking down, you can see the ship still there, maybe about 30 minutes away by foot.
Okay.
On the incline you guys are up, you can actually look down and see it. And you see the workers kind of scurrying around, like, still working on the ship, obviously.
Alright. I look for a safe path down to the ship.
Yeah, it's relatively easy to climb.
Oh, okay. Well, then I start
Okay.
going.
I follow.
Cool.
As you guys get closer to the ship, some of the workers stop and they go, "We heard the lightning crashing from here. Whatever happened up there, it was a huge battle. I thought for sure you guys were dead. Where'd that little girl come from?"
She was actually on the ship.
She stowed away with us.
That's impossible. We checked every nook and cranny.
Apparently not well enough.
And she goes, "I was invisible."
She was invisible. Explains everything.
So, how's the progress on the ship going?
Oh, not good. Not good at all. We fixed most of the damage. And we think it'll fly again, but its magic reserves are real low.
Magic reserves, you say?
Yeah, I don't really understand it myself. I'm just the muscle behind all the gears and whatnot. But it takes a tremendous amount of magic to make this baby float.
Where is the mad scientist himself?
Wilhelm? He's real tired. He's resting. He tried to power the ship up and took a lot out of him.
Do you think you could tell me where exactly he's at?
Oh yeah, he's in his room.
Could you show me where that is, or tell me?
Oh yeah, Vabby, take him there. And you see another gnome kind of turn around and he like has a big mustache and he's just like, "Oh, right away." And he runs over there and he's like, "Come on this way, come on, let's go."
Sweet. Follow the little gnome.
I forgot their nose.
He's reminded and he hates it.
They're not all gnomes, but there's a pretty...
There's gnomes
Yeah.
here.
I turn to Maria and inquire as to whether she thinks she would have enough magical ability to power the ship. With Wilhelm.
I surmise it took several months to power the flotation device.
So that's a no.
Well, my knowledge of arcane engineering is very limited. I've only read so much about it.
But with the guidance of Wilhelm, perhaps you could work together to do it.
Well, it's not about experience, it's about vast magical power.
I have a feeling you have more magical power than you know about it.
Alexia, I read a lot of books, and your imagination is the most vivid I've ever seen.
If only you knew, child.
She catches up with you and Babby, though.
Okay, bye.
What would you two like to do while they scurry off?
I want to investigate the crystal. See if it reminds me of the crystal in Bandon.
Okay.
See if they have similar properties or something. Markings or anything.
Okay. When you begin heading towards the engine room, the personnel there are just like, whoa, only authorized beyond this point. There's a lot of chaotic magic going on there. You could die.
I'll take the risk.
I don't think you understand.
Very well. I'll wait for Wilhelm.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm up on deck doing nothing particularly useful.
Okay. Could you describe the useless things you're doing?
I'm just kind of looking through my various effects, making sure I have everything, because my armor is completely destroyed, so I'm just kind of making sure I haven't lost anything useful.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, you and Alexia in particular have these scars that have now formed on your guys' body in the shape of lightning kind of webbing from all over. So you're covered in this now a lightning kind of web amongst your other scars you got from the Undercity and everything like that.
It all just blends together.
Yeah.
Sexy.
You see a couple people looking at you and they're just what the fuck?
I'm also too stubborn to fix my armor, so I now just wear destroyed armor.
Okay. I think we decided it was half plate now.
Yeah. It's okay.
Alright, so he leads you into Wilhelm's quarters, and he kind of knocks on the door, and you hear a very weak just a minute, I'll be right there. And several moments go by, and the door kind of slowly creaks open, and he sees you, and he goes, "Oh, you made it back. Is everyone else alive?"
Yes, very much so.
Truly, you are heroes beyond any I've ever heard about. To defeat a legend such as Golden, I would very much like to hear the tale someday.
Yes, perhaps I'll write a song about it, and it'll be played in courts everywhere. So I heard you're having some trouble getting the ship to fly again. Troubles with the magic reserves, I hear?
Yes, the barrier was struck rapidly by Golden's attack, and took everything I had to keep it going. Unfortunately, the arcane energy that powers the ship was depleted in the process.
Any idea how much more magic we'll need to get the ship flying again?
Took me several months with some of my best colleagues to power these devices. Unless you know a vast quantity of arcana, I'm afraid that we're dead in the water, so to speak.
Well, I happen
You
to
just hear Ethan from...
Well, I happen to still have some juice left after fighting the giant king. He wasn't as big and bad as scary as people thought he was. I also have this, and I show him the rod that I have. This, I've determined, is capable of capturing magic and storing it to be used at a later time, and it seems to have quite a bit of magical power left inside of it. Perhaps we could use that in a combination of my magic to see how much of the ship we can get powered up.
It's certainly worth an effort, but I'm afraid I need to rest for a bit. I seem to have exerted myself past my age.
Alright. But how long do you think you need to rest for?
Oh, I should be good for a couple hours. And at this point, you see his hair is just matted to his face, what's left of it. He's still got sweat dripping down his face. His clothes are kind of soaked with it.
Okay. So he just needs like a few hours to just...
That's what he says, yeah.
Okay.
You can make an insight check if you like, though.
Sure. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
33?
Oof. The moment the words escape his lips, you know he's lying. You know he's at his limit. And that it'll probably take him much longer to recover than a few hours.
A few hours, you say? Very well. Why don't you go ahead and get some rest, and I'll come back to get you later.
At this point, he's began shuffling over to one of the chairs by his bedside, and he goes, yes, just a few more hours. And he kind of like falls asleep immediately. Softly starts snoring.
I walk over and grab his blanket and put it on him. Alrighty.
Maria looks to you and she goes, you know he was lying, right?
Yes. Although, it's not like a bad lie or anything. I suppose there's nothing to do with weight then. Don't want to be pouring magical energy into things we don't know how they function.
I think I would like a further look at this engine room.
Well, we'd have to get permission from Big Boss Man himself, and he's fast asleep.
Wallace often told me that if you wanted to get things done, you had to break a few rules sometimes.
Ooh.
Did he now?
I believe it.
Sounds like something Wallace would say, especially after meeting up with Sawyer again. Very well. What do you have in mind?
She kind of gives you like a mischievous grin and holds out her hand.
Oh shit. She's got a dimension door. You wouldn't.
She holds out her hand?
Yeah.
Is she like expecting me to grab it?
Yeah.
Alright. I take her hand.
And you see her vanish from sight, and then you see your body also follow suit.
Oh, invisible.
Mm. Do we just do this like in front of that little gnome?
Oh, there's no one else there. You guys are in Wilhelm
Oh,
Chamber.
okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Very well. Let's find this engine room, shall we?
I remember signs posting the other way. There were lots of men running in and out of it, but be quiet.
Alrighty.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage. That's a 20.
I got a-
Advantage.
I got a 25.
You guys blend in with the darkness and everything around you and make zero sound. As you guys are walking along, you don't even hear each other breathing. You have to kind of like look at each other every couple seconds to like remember like, oh yes, there's another person there. We are here. At least you think you're looking at each other. You're both invisible.
Yeah.
But and as you guys carry on, you see Alexia leaning up against the wall to the engine room as a few people are kind of walking in and out of there.
Just gonna like walk by her and like just brush her hair with my hand.
Yeah, your hair kind of just like...
I shake it off. What the fuck?
It was a gust of wind.
Where's this wind coming from?
You see her start just like looking around.
I continue onwards because I have a mission to accomplish.
As you guys head further down, the materials on the ship change. And so a lot of it is still made of wood and slight pieces of iron. As you guys head down further into this area of the ship, the walls become pure metal at this point. And it's at this point you and Maria both feel this kind of heavy pressure on you guys. Your skin starts to kind of crawl a little bit. And it makes you feel kind of wobbly at first as you sense just this vast magical essence overpowering you guys momentarily.
Is there anybody else around?
There are a few people running in and out. You see people in essentially lab coats kind of casting small bits of magic on it and then kind of writing stuff down on notepads and things like that. Pieces of parchment, rather.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking for whatever room she said she wanted to find. Yeah.
It's not too far along. You find a huge metal door that has this kind of blue and purplish kind of arcane glow coming through the cracks.
Hmm. Very interesting. I open the door.
It is locked.
Of course it is. Is there anybody around this door?
No one is guarding it, but like I said, there are various people running around inspecting that this area is secure. And what's weird is you see people casting magic, but there's no apparent effect. You see them start to chant something, or their hands glow slightly, and then it disappears, and they start writing things down. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
11.
11. Not sure why. Let's see if Maria can do it. Nope.
If only I was around.
I'll actually give you advantage, Varys, because you found a relic that does something similar to this, so your knowledge is a little bit better right now.
15.
15. Just barely enough to... You surmise it kind of has a similar property to the rod you recently found, that casting spells in its vicinity seems to draw that power towards it.
Interesting.
And you surmise this area is probably kept off limits because it's not something you choose to channel inward, it's just something that happens.
So just every time magic's just cast in the general vicinity, it just gets absorbed?
Seems to be.
Interesting.
Your check was not high enough to determine that, but you think it's something like that.
Alright, so I think casting a spell would break like normal invisibility, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's not do that. So the door is locked. Does it appear like, does it have a keyhole and it's locked that way?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually, upon further examination, it has two keyholes, one on each side.
Interesting. I want to begin looking around at these dudes running around casting spells and see if any of them have keys dangling off of them.
Make a perception check.
24.
24. None of them appear to have any kind of keys of any kind dangling around their necks or around their wrists or anything like that. You see a lot of them are carrying various vials of ink and parchment, and you recognize some as well as like a spell component pouch. A spell component pouch.
It's probably a magic door.
Well, it has keyholes, so it's a door that can't be, well, probably can't be opened by magic because it absorbs magic. Are there any other doors around this area?
No, this is just a long kind of hallway.
And it just ends with the door?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
20.
You recall Wilhelm carried a key around his neck, and you remember the chief engineer, Yola, that you had met previous, also had a key around her neck.
Look around and make sure nobody's within earshot. And then just be like, hey, Maria! We can't open the door without the keys. I remember, Wilhelm and some other guy, engineer of some sort, had keys they were both wearing. Maybe those are the keys we need to open the door.
It would make sense that multiple people need to open the door at once.
Oh, I guess there's no other option but to go back up and get those keys, right?
The spell lasts for an hour. I'll see you back here.
Alright.
And after a while, it's completely silent. You don't know if she's still there or not.
Hey, you go and get Wilhelm's key. He's sleeping and he won't notice when you take it. I'll go and get the other guy's key.
No, there's no response.
God damn it. Alright. I will leave, and as I'm leaving, keep an eye out for that dude that has the key.
Okay, make an investigation check.
The engineer dude. 6.
6. All these humans and gnomes, they all kind of blend together after a while. Ithlin and Alexia, what are you guys doing?
I decided to go find Wilhelm myself because he's obviously not coming to me to give me permission to enter.
Okay. You're told where his room is.
I head there.
Okay. As you open the door, you see that there's a key kind of just like floating midair.
I stealth walk up to the floating key and I grab it.
Okay. It kind of like disappears into nothingness as you're walking up to it. Make a stealth check though if you want. Let's see if you wake up Wilhelm.
I sure do. Nat 1.
Ooh.
So it's at this point that you start to kind of walk towards it, and as you try and grab it, that's when it disappears. And then you feel something solid hit your foot and kind of trip you onto the bed. And as you make sounds, Wilhelm jumps up and says, what's going on? Are we under attack? Alexia, what's going on?
I say nothing and hope he just goes back to sleep.
His eyes are bloodshot, but he's looking right at you. He's like, yes?
He knows I'm here.
As you're hanging like half off the bed, he's like, yeah, I know you're here.
No, everything's fine. I was just hoping to come in and get permission to enter the engine room, and then I saw that you were sleeping, so I tried leaving, and then I tripped.
The engine room was far too dangerous, you.
Very well, I get up and leave.
Yeah, although you do know some magic, do you not?
I stop and slowly turn around. Perhaps.
You may be fine, but it's...
I know lots of magic.
Make a deception check. Without proper tutelage and
Deception.
skills,
Ooh.
I'm afraid this magical power would overwhelm you.
Ooh, 16.
16. He goes, well, I had no idea you were so powerful.
Yup. Most people don't.
He goes, well, I will go and fetch Yola in a moment. Just let me collect myself.
Thank you. I step out.
Ithlin, what are you doing?
I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over towards kind of wherever there's not a whole lot of people around.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that most people are below deck at this
A
point.
lot of people are running around working on the ship still.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to find somewhere quiet, maybe off the ship, where there's just like not a lot of people. I'm going to sit down, pull out the Shard of Hadar, and maybe if I'm up really high, it works better.
Okay. Better cell phone reception, I get it.
Yep.
So what would you like to do?
Just going to sit down and start meditating, just kind of quieting my mind.
Okay.
Isn't he
Like
like
I've
a
done before.
beast from the depths or something?
No, he's from outer space.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's like a Lovecraftian.
World-devouring entity.
Yeah, he's like,
Gotcha.
who would that be? Would that be Yogg Sothoth? No, it's
Didn't
not
know who that
Yogg
is.
Sothoth.
So are you attempting contact or just trying to kind of focus on it?
Well, before, nothing's really happened,
Mm-hmm.
so...
You obviously have to create some sort of recorded toaster device and throw it into space.
Oh.
Like Jimmy Neutron.
So are you trying Are you trying to contact Hidar, trying to make some kind of connection, or are you just trying to focus on the relic itself?
On the relic, because I don't really know how it works yet. I haven't
Okay.
really figured out what it does.
Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Alright, I'm supposed to be good at these. Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
28.
A lot of those going around today.
Not enough.
Oh, you rolled a 1. It's in there. I'll go get it. In a sec. Huh? No. As you focus on it, at first you hear the sound of the rain spattering around you guys and the lightning kind of crashing around, and the sound has become normal to you. And you focus further on the shard, and slowly but surely those sounds start to deafen a little bit. They start to kind of quiet, and for a moment everything's silent. And then you can't even hear your own heartbeat. You can't even hear yourself breathe. Everything is just blank. And in your mind, even, you picture this just dark, desolate place with nothingness in it. And then this huge eye opens up in front of you. And these words kind of flow into your mind of, "Free me!" And then all the sound kind of just rushes back to you.
And so I kind of just like snap back into like where I was.
Yeah.
I kind of like look at the shard and just kind of examine it for a quick moment, and then put it away, then walk back.
So the knowledge you gain from that is also that it appears to be... make a religion check first, actually.
Pretty sure I'm bad at those.
I think it's wisdom based. So.
No, not terrible.
Yeah, so we'll see.
14.
14. All of you know of Hadar is that his other followers believe that he was banished to the far reaches of the outer world a very long time ago, and he's seeking to find his way back. You recall Kylina calling this, or telling you that it was, or reading about it rather, Varys read it out loud in Drow, but he didn't understand what he was saying, but he read it out loud in Drow, in Common. That was a weird situation. You recall Varys reading from her journal that it fell from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
The whole shard of Hadar. Or the crystal, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And just with your Arcana check, you know that some magical items are used as catalysts to open portals to other worlds, or different planes. And you surmise that this is probably... the whole thing, rather, was used to try and pull Hadar into our plane. Or into your own plane. And the shard seems to retain some of that property. You also gather, though, with your insane Arcana check, that it could probably use as a catalyst to open other planes as well.
Interesting. That is good.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
That's good for now.
So Varys, it takes you a little bit, but eventually you see, this time it's a dwarf. You think it's a female. She's got kind of a short, kind of scraggly beard. Not very thick, but it's there. And her hair is kind of shaved into a mohawk, but then she's got kind of a long braid coming down the side as well. Just her sides of her head is shaved.
Mm-hmm.
And when she talks, it's still kind of gruff, but it sounds feminish. And she is certainly telling the other engineers like what they need to do.
I will observe this person and wait till an opportune moment where they're alone or perhaps sitting down somewhere to make my move.
You watch her for a while, and she's like, I give a pint to the first person who gets this thing afloat, but I want you to make sure that the gauges aren't overboard and make sure that everything is working tip-top. We don't want to blow up everything before we get off the mountain, now do we? And a lot of people are like, of course, and they kind of like write stuff down and they walk off.
Make a mental note that I'll get a pint of beer when this is over. I continue to observe this person.
After a while, she kind of pulls out it's a weird kind of metal contraption. You're not even sure what it is. She kind of like pulls it out and looks at it, and she goes, "That's not good." And she kind of puts it back in her pocket and starts walking towards the engine room.
I follow her.
Okay, make another stealth check.
Oh, and I'm like Skyrim stealthing, like
Okay,
or whatever the whole.
you are still invisible. The spell is still active,
Oh.
so you get advantage on it.
29.
Yeah, quiet as all possible.
Nice.
Also trying to look to see maybe where the key is at.
Make a perception check.
19?
19. You recall seeing it around her neck, but it's not there.
Alright. Well, we'll keep following her around. She's
So
gotta have it somewhere.
She heads towards the engine room, but then she takes a sharp left and starts heading further down into the deck of the ship. And she opens one of the doors and she walks in, and you just quick enough to kind of slide in before the door closes. There's a desk in here and various Eureka's like arcane instruments and baubles and things like that.
Okay.
And she pulls a key out of her pocket and she starts kind of looking towards one of the drawers. And she starts leaning towards it, and there's a knock on the door. And she goes, blast down, and she puts the key on the table, and she opens the door, and they go, sorry to bother you, Chief. Wilhelm's key is missing, and we're not really sure what happened to it. And, yeah. And she goes, God, alright, round everybody up. And she leaves the room and closes the door.
She just leaves the room with the key sitting on the...
Yeah.
I will take the key. And then I will also begin going through the drawer that she opened.
Okay, so the key fits perfectly and it kind of unlocks. And then there's another kind of larger key in it.
Another larger key?
Yeah.
I see. I guess I'll take that just for fun.
Okay.
And then I'll keep the other key as well.
Okay.
And I'll close the drawer and lock it.
Okay.
I got a small key and a big key?
Yes. It's a Zelda dungeon, so you know you have the small one and the big one.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the door and just kind of give it a listen and see if I can hear any footsteps or people talking outside, so that way.
Passively, yeah, there's no one out there.
Alright, I open the door.
Okay, and you kind of slide out, and the door kind of quietly closes.
I will make my way to the locked door that I couldn't get into earlier.
Okay. As you head that way, you bump into seemingly nothing, and you hear just kind of a small oof.
Oh.
Varys, is that you?
Shh. Yes, it's me.
You should really watch where you're going.
Well, I was watching where I was going. It seemed like there wasn't anything there.
Just we have to hurry. The spell's gonna wear off soon.
Yes, let us hurry. By the way, what did your key look like?
And she's kind of just like, well, I can't. It's invisible.
Ah, that's right.
I thought you knew how to do magic.
Is it big or small?
I don't know. A normal size, I guess.
Just as normal size, do I think of like the smaller key that I had or the bigger key that I found?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go to the door.
Okay. So you guys head there and you both kind of fumble around the lock. And first she turns the key and like nothing happens. And then you kind of do the same, turn her key and nothing happens. And she's like, I think we have to do it at the same time.
Alrighty then. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
And you both kind of click it and you hear a loud clicking sound. And you hear various mechanisms go off. Just kind of like whirling and clicking behind the door. And as it goes off, finally the door kind of swings open. When this happens, you feel every bit of magical gear you have on you just die.
Interesting.
Your guys' invisibility enchant immediately fades off as well.
That was unexpected.
Was it?
Alright, hurry up.
As you say that, you see Maria, she kind of collapses on the ground. And you see this blue aura kind of envelop her eyes, and there's a symbol above her head. And you see this energy just kind of flow out of her into the crystal. And it kind of just roars to life, and all of a sudden the ship just around you guys.
Told you she'd have enough magic.
I lean down and like kind of cradle Maria. It's like, Maria, are you okay?
She's kind of like writhing in agony as this is happening.
It's no bueno. I attempt to summon Tony.
You cast the spell and then disappears.
I see. Well, I pick her up and walk out the door and then swing the door closed behind me.
Okay. When you do, you hear all the mechanisms kind of reset and whirl together again.
Alright, I carry her out of the bottom of the ship.
As you guys are running, everyone's running back and forth, just like, what happened? What's going on? Everything's alive? What's happening? We have power? What's going on? And you see several bits of light around the ship. Essentially, magic light bulbs have also lit up around the ship at this point. There's full power to the ship. And everyone's just like, I don't know what happened. We're full? We're full? What's going on?
Nice. I just keep going until I can get back above deck.
Okay.
Onto the deck.
You see, around this time you guys kind of reconvene, you see Varys carrying Maria in his arms kind of up to the top of the deck.
Mm.
And you guys all felt that huge, just a power surge to the ship.
Mm. Just disturbing whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
Darius, what have you done? What's wrong with Maria?
Ignore what is being said to me.
Rude.
And I am going to... can I like do a medicine check to see if she's going to be fine if I just leave her alone, or does she need
Go
like...
ahead and make a medicine check.
Does she need like magical healing? 20.
She seems to be in shock.
Just in shock.
Yeah.
Does she respond at all to being talked to?
Her eyes are still currently glowing, and that symbol is still above her head, or on her forehead, rather.
What's the symbol?
It's kind of just like these blue intricate patterns kind of swirling together, and it spreads from her forehead down past her eyes and kind of creates these marks under her eyes.
Well, that's a neat trick.
Mm.
That's my first thought. She's for sure the ether marked.
Eh.
Boom.
She'll be fine. Oh, sorry, did you say something?
Look at the markings on her face.
What about it?
Doesn't it make you think that she's the ether marked?
I mean, when we were down below with the magical mechanism, it drained a great deal of magic from her, more magic than I've ever seen before, so it's a possibility.
She has an unknown amount of magic, enough to solely power this ship.
Yeah, something that took that man months with a full team.
You recall that reading about the Aether Mark, they had a unlimited connection to the plane of magic.
Gross. Well, for now, I believe she will be fine. She just needs to sort of pull herself back from whatever this is, but the ship should be able to work.
I do not think we should tell anyone else. For now, we should keep her away from everyone so they do not see the markings on her face or know that she powered the ship.
Right. I would like to search Maria for her key.
You guys left it in the door.
Oh,
Or you even... So...
okay. Well, never mind then.
So, as such, there is no key, nor do you have yours.
I would like to look around for like a barrel or a container of some sort.
Okay.
Just any container.
Okay.
And I just kind of want to like walk over there nonchalantly and pull out the huge big key that I got as well, since I don't need it.
You left yours in the door, so...
Oh, is the big key the one that
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then the small key, I will just put it in that container.
Okay.
Just toss it in.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That one.
That one.
Yeah, buddy.
You guys all, as well as a few other people, see him just kind of... Oops! And kind of toss it, and it clatters against the wall and falls on the ground. He quickly picks it back up and puts it in the barrel.
Don't know what that was all about. Jeez, the wind turbulence on this thing is ridiculous. Well then, I say we wait for Wilhelm to wake up and get us out of here.
At that point, he marches up from his quarters and goes, "What's going on? I felt... We have power? What's going on?"
Yes, the ship just, for no reason whatsoever, just started working again. It looks like we'll be able to get out of here now.
What?
It is possible that the lightning merely affected its power dampeners, but maybe it just needed time to recharge.
I suppose that's
I
it.
support that theory. Sounds plausible.
Yes, even if that's true, it should have taken several more days, though.
I guess we're just lucky.
Maybe you've done better work with this ship than you even know.
He's just like,
Fluff his feathers.
make a persuasion check.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah. He likes compliments to his genius, so.
Persuasion. Oh no. Okay. 17.
And he goes, "Well, I suppose it is possible that I'm more of a genius than I thought I was."
Oh,
I pat him on the back and just be like, "You did it, Wilhelm. Good job." Wait. Who has Maria?
Oh, I just left her somewhere up on the deck. It's fine.
At this point, you guys all look over at her, and you see her standing up, and she currently has this kind of blue aura around her,
Oh no.
and the ship lurches forward.
Oh no.
And you guys all kind of have to brace yourself momentarily as it kind of fall. Everyone kind of like stumbles and has to grab onto something and falls down. The ship flies much faster than it has the entire time. Just forward, straight the tornado.
Oh my.
This is even bad.
Well then,
She's controlling the
I suggest everybody who doesn't want to be around when we go into the tornado,
I just
it's best
scream,
to
brace yourself!
go down below deck.
I just look at Varys. This is probably your fault somehow.
Of course it is!
But then again, my friend, we both know it was probably those gnomes.
Well, I won't argue with you.
Well, prepare yourselves. I have no idea what we're getting into, but
I'll tell you what we're getting into. That terrorizing cloud is what we're getting into.
Yep.
The ship basically rockets towards it, and before you guys have a moment to brace for impact, you guys fly through it, and there's kind of this physical barrier there when you do, and you feel the ship fighting to get through this cloud barrier. and you see lightning kind of arc all around the ship and towards you guys, and just sparks kind of fly everywhere. And as you guys keep heading towards it, eventually this barrier kind of forms around the ship, and then the lightning kind of crackles around it again. And you guys fly through, and it continues to arc across the force field. And much like when Golem attacked originally, you see it start to crack momentarily and kind of repair itself, and then you see larger cracks form as the lightning and pressure just kind of builds around it. And even though you guys are protected by this barrier, you start feeling this pressure, and it's kind of like being in just intense gravity. And you guys kind of have to let yourself kind of settle to the ground for a second. It kind of pushes you down further. And as you guys head further, just as the barrier shatters, you fly through, and then it's just peaceful. There's no rain, no storm, no lightning, no anything. And as you guys look ahead, this huge blue crystal is floating in the sky.
Oh, jeez.
I believe we have found the thing we are looking for.
We need to be prepared for anything. I ready my weapon.
Prepared for what? We just flew into a tornado and there's a crystal floating there. All we have to do now is get...
And usually when there's a crystal and crazy weather, what else is around? Dragon.
Rain? Thunder?
Shut up. I ready my weapon.
Okay.
I will conjure my pack weapon and then hold the rod in my offhand.
Okay.
And look around with an eyebrow raised.
The ship kind of stops next to the crystal and just kind of hovers there.
Like, how next to the crystal? Is it like, could we reach our hands out over the edge and touch it?
You can jump to it.
Oh, jump to it?
Yeah.
Do we destroy the crystal?
I have no idea what to do.
I don't know if we could even
Do we
do
go
that.
through the crystal to find the dragon? Because it's a portal, isn't it?
The last one was a portal, definitely.
Barris, you should go first.
Yes, perhaps I should. I will... How big is this crystal exactly?
Much like the one in Bandon.
So it's like bigger than 8, probably?
Yes, much bigger.
Okay.
It's about as tall as a building, but it's narrow. It's not thick, it's narrow. It's more of a sliver than anything. And since you guys are close enough to it now, maybe 10 feet away from it, you see it also carries the same kind of intricate markings along the surface of it, like the one in Bandon did. Well, that one was more of a white color and kind of the mist coming off it. This one is blue and has lightning kind of arcing around it.
This crystal represents the blue dragon. Lightning dragon.
Blue dragon? Oh!
Nerds. Blue eyes, white dragon.
That's not at all what we're talking about. Get out of here with that weeb shit.
She said blue dragon. Bad drink.
Yeah. The game never ended.
Yeah. I've just went my entire life hoping to never hear the word blue dragon again.
That's fairly plausible.
Because it only happens at the end, so...
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm going to test it real quick with something.
I threw Barris into the crystal.
Yeah?
Maria kind of wobbles and stops, and the aura kind of dissipates, but her eyes and the markings on her face remain.
Alright, well, I'm going to wave my hand and make my sword disappear real quick so that I can do something else with my hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to create a coin.
An illusory coin.
Oh no, it just says I create a trinket or an illusion. So the trinket's real.
Okay.
So I toss the coin at the crystal.
Okay, it disappears into it.
I see. Just kind of gulp. Have my sword reappear. Well, I guess I'll see you guys on the other side, and then I kind of like get a running start and then jump over the edge of the ship into the crystal.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Of course. Oh god. Athletics. 13?
13. You don't get nearly the running jump you were hoping for. And as you kind of... You slow your momentum as you climb up onto the edge of the ship and then jump off. And so you're pretty sure you're going to miss the crystal. And as you kind of reach out for it, your hand touches it and it kind of fades through. And you guys watch Varys kind of be sucked into it.
He was sucked into it?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least he didn't die to, like, fall to his death.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And you, from your end, you're pretty sure you're falling to your death. And all of a sudden you hit solid ground.
Oh my god. My pants. Somebody took a poop in them.
Who did this? I grabbed Maria by the shoulders and just say, Maria! Maria! Did she respond at all?
She just kind of looks at you and she goes, what?
Do you remember what just happened?
Yes, I flew us here. I feel remarkable. There's so much power inside of me. I feel like I could do anything.
This is unlike any power you felt before.
No.
Oh shit. We just woke her. She's woke. I don't know if I actually want to take her with us or not.
On the other side, is there a crystal behind me or something?
Yeah, much like when you guys travel through the one in Bandon, there is still a way out.
I do the prestidigitation trick again and start throwing, like, coins.
Okay.
Just start chucking coins.
Coins kind of like clink out and hit the side of the ship and fall.
Uh-huh. Well,
And if you're real observant, you can see that all the coins have my face on them.
She tells you that there is some kind of powerful force on the other side, trying to tear its way through this portal.
Okay. How in control of your new powers do you feel?
It remains to be seen.
I pull Ithlin aside.
Okay.
Hopefully out of ear's reach, like out of hearing distance.
you realize you can't tell me secrets, right?
I do not pull Ithlin aside.
Nope, you already did it.
He's the worst. Okay, fine. I ask, do you think we should take Maria into the crystal with us? Or should we leave her on the ship?
Well, she's basically the chosen one.
It would appear so. She doesn't understand that, though. And she's unsure of how in control of her powers she is currently. We don't know what we've just awoken.
Why not bring her? What's the worst that could happen? And I kind of have like a weird smile on my face.
I don't trust him. He's a shady kind of guy.
I am a shady kind of guy.
And I know you have secrets.
The image of him stabbing you in the back comes to mind as he says this. Quite literally stabbing you in the back, as him, Varys, and Lola stand above you.
Well, I'll leave you to your thoughts then. And I run off.
Oh, jeez.
Do you jump into it?
Yes.
Okay, make that leg check.
Hopefully I don't roll that one. Woo!
Fall off the side of the ship.
Yep. Yeet! 10, boy.
10.
Just trips him.
That is
Face
just
down.
enough to do what Varys did.
Nice.
Ithlin also falls very similar to you. He lands really hard and he's like, ah!
Nice, you got my message that it was safe to cross over.
Hmm. I'm like holding one of the coins.
Behind you, the portal kind of arcs and like electricity kind of flows through it, and you see the crystal kind of widen a little bit.
Mm.
On your end, you also see this happen, And Maria kind of turns to it and like holds out her hand. And she goes, "Something is attempting to break free." She goes, "I will do my best to ensure that this doesn't open, but I don't know how long I can keep it up."
Deal. You do what you need to on this side. We'll fight whatever it is on that side. And hopefully we see you again. And I run off.
Okay, not that shit.
Oh, shut this. Oh, 10.
Wow.
We all do the same
Doing
thing.
so bad.
You guys all nearly fall to your deaths as you jump through.
My new D20 is not great. It's not doing great.
Sad that
I think I'm the only
Managed
one
to
with an
do.
excuse.
I managed to do
We were
better
wearing
than
like half
all
metal.
the strength-based people.
So what you guys see at this
I'm not
point,
strength-based at all.
you look at
Oh, yeah,
this,
that's
what's the best way to put this?
And if it was like
How many of
okay,
y'all have played Final Fantasy X?
Sure, kind of.
I have.
The Thunder
bit.
Plains?
Nope.
Yeah.
You see this kind of black,
Don't
barren, onyx-looking area, and lightning is just cascading down around you guys
Oh
constantly.
yeah.
Yep. Totally remember that.
In the distance, however, much like with the White Dragon, you see a large onyx citadel in the distance.
Hmm. Well, I suppose the best thing to do is to get across this barren wasteland as fast as possible and get to that tower. Last time we found a tower, there was a dragon inside.
So, much like in Golden's Fortress, we're rolling initiative.
I don't know.
So, there does appear to be these spires throughout the area that the lighting kind of focuses towards as you progress forward. Now, here's how we do this. Need everyone to roll initiative.
I go first by a lot. I actually don't know, but
Oh,
20, 25? 25, 20, rather?
23.
20.
Hmm.
Uh, 20 to 15. 15 to 10. Well, you're last
What did
anyways.
you roll?
She rolled a 2 on the die.
Well, you're last anyways.
stat of 7.
Alright, so.
Didn't even break double digits.
Varys,
None of my dice are doing
Hello?
great today.
you get to go first.
Well, my friends, it seems that these pillars are attracting the lightning. It'd be best to walk close to them, but not close enough to where we would be
Actually, it makes you smaller.
in range for the lightning to jump to us.
I'm gonna do tissue.
Are these squares like 5 feet? Or?
Yes, they're all 5 feet, so.
Okay.
Made them too big, but continue.
I will dash.
Okay.
Hmm. I can make it to
Okay.
about here,
Okay.
although I want to be closer to the pillar. So like,
That's up to you. You gotta let me know.
I want to be like about here.
Okay.
I didn't have enough movement to make it all the way.
Okay. Let's see what happens. After you is Zeppelin. Apparently, Ethan fell over.
Yep. I landed flat on my back.
There's another one in there as well.
I'm just gonna move over to the spire closest to me.
Okay.
So this one over here.
Yeah.
Be like right next to it, 10 feet away from it.
Yeah, pretty close to it. So
It's like there.
yeah, it's immediately adjacent.
You are 5 feet away from it if you stand there, because you take up a
Yeah.
10 foot horizontal, 20-foot space. 4 squares. Okay. So Ithlin and Varys, you guys take no damage as lightning crashes down, and you feel the energy from it erupt around you, but the spire absorbs it. Alexia, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Or a constitution saving throw, sorry.
Cons.
I keep forgetting lightning is constitution.
Is that single digit again?
You have Indomitable.
11. Yeah,
you
we're gonna use
You
it.
have your Indomitable for the
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
So.
yeah, we're good. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I thought that was a 1.
15.
Unfortunately, that is not enough. You will take 14 points of lightning damage, and your speed is halved for your turn.
Wonderful. 14?
Yes, and your speed is halved. So your maximum is 15 unless you dash is 30. It is your turn though.
Cool.
You start to move forward and you feel your whole body go numb as the lightning crashes around you. And you start moving forward and your legs aren't cooperating. They feel really tingly, kind of like trying to walk when your foot's falling asleep. You're trying to walk forward but you're kind of staggering the entire time. What would you like to do?
I'll move over here. And I'll dash. So I'll just use all of it.
Okay. Alright. Everybody roll initiative again.
23 again.
25 to 20, so Varys. Anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
So Varys. 20 to 15.
15 to 20. 19.
19, okay. And Ethan, what did you get?
13.
Okay, so you're going to go last this time around. Alright, Varys, start us off again.
I'm gonna dash again. Go. 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Okay.
And I'll just stay there.
Okay. So lightning kind of cascades all around you as you dash forward, just barely missing you, and you feel your hair on your arms and your neck kind of stand up, and your hair kind of starts to get frizzled a little bit. Alexia, you're up.
Okay. Do I have to do a con save?
No,
Am
you're
I
fine.
still just halved or
No, you're fine.
regular? Okay.
Good. Just for that one turn. So you kind of slap your legs and kind of like shake it out, and you can get the feeling back in your legs.
Okay, so I'll dash.
Somebody on Twitter was like, that fortress was bullshit.
All
Yeah,
traps.
it's pretty accurate.
It was made to trap giants, and we be small men.
Yeah, okay, so I'll dash.
You guys caught onto the puzzle.
5, 10.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stand in the middle over here and just hit X every time I see a white flash.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. As you guys are all by pillars, lightning kind of crashes down, and none of you take damage this turn. It's on your up.
So let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. So I think I can get. This is the furthest I can get
Mm-hmm.
with dashing. Yeah. So I don't think I can make it further than that.
Okay.
How far can you go with the dash?
60 feet, I
Yeah.
assume.
Double your movement.
Yeah.
But he wants to go as far as he can without being in the open.
You can
Yeah.
go 12.
12. Yeah, it's 6 normally, 12 dashing.
So you could get up to there.
Oh, so I can. Yeah, I'll move there then.
Okay.
I'll move next to Alexia.
Alright, everyone roll initiative again. As you guys get closer and closer to the fortress, the amount of electricity kind of intensifies around you.
Blowing all my good rolls on initiatives.
It's a natural 20. So 20, 25?
26.
20 and 15?
15.
19.
Alright. So I will go first, and lightning again all around the pillars and kind of scatters, and you guys are safe. But my natural 20 on this really doesn't help. Varys, you're up.
Again, I will dash. Let's see. Move there.
Okay.
And look back to see where my friends are.
Alright, Ethlyn, you're up next.
And I will wave.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Lightning crashes again around you guys. Nothing happens though. Alexia, you're up.
Alright. And get up to there.
Alright, need to grab cloth real quick. Alright, you guys navigate Thunder Fields.
Hooray!
Well, my friends, this was quite intriguing. I wonder who built these towers. Doesn't look as though there was any.
Actually, kind of a good question, Varys.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any civilization around.
Alright, so. My black marker's dying.
Mm-hmm. Is it a different color?
No, black is for landscapes.
Okay, well, the black is dying.
I don't know.
You don't just get a single black marker.
Alright. Alright, so as you guys begin getting closer and closer to the tower, you see these strange black onyx looking altars on each side, 2 on each side, and other than that, nothing blocks your way. It just seems to be a clear filled out. Lightning does crash around this area, but it seems to kind of, the tower itself acts as a lightning rod as well. So anytime it crashes around you guys, it kind of like crashes onto the tower, just everywhere. You guys appear to be safe in the moment.
What is this little square here?
That's the doorway.
Oh,
Or the pathway leading up into the tower.
Well, my friends, it seems like a pretty straightforward. Probably should wait, but seems like a straightforward path. And look, all the lightning seems to be drawn to that tower.
You go first, Earth.
Do you need us to roll initiative again, or?
No.
Okay.
You head up to the tower and, yeah. The door stands before you. What do you do?
I dash 60 feet forward.
Okay. Oh, we're out of combat at this point, so you can just kind of walk up to it. I was lying. Haha. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you walk up to it, and this giant onyx door lays before you.
I wave to my companions who
He's
are still
alive
waiting.
and didn't get hit, so I'll just go up there with him.
Okay.
Yep, I'll follow.
Okay. So you
That's
walk
what
up to the
happens.
door. What do you do?
I just go in if it's open.
It is not open. There's a giant black door.
Giant black door, huh?
I investigate for keyholes.
There is no keyhole.
No keyholes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a magical door, Varys.
Is it now? Well, it's a good thing that all you have to do to open a door is simply knock. And cast knock on the door.
To your surprise, it does not
That's
work.
Oh my.
A
Oh.
loud resounding knock whoosh, echoes around you guys. And Varys kind of smirks to himself and he pushes the door and it remains fast shut.
Hmm.
However, I will say, so your spell slot's not completely wasted. You do get a hint. So, along the markings of the door, these 4 little spheres kind of appear above the door. And they're just clear white, no color to them. But they kind of appear and encircle the door.
The sphere's like... What's the word?
So, we'll do it here, so... And they're just clear white.
Are they like real or are they just holes?
They just appeared there, and you kind of touch them and they're solid.
Interesting. I'll pull out the western sphere.
So it's stuck in the door. It seems to be built into the door itself.
I try pulling all the spheres out and they're all just in the door.
Yes.
I venture over to the nearest onyx table,
Okay.
or whatever.
The altars, yeah.
Yeah.
I say we
Altars.
split up and investigate these things.
Okay.
Move over there. I investigate that.
As you guys arrive there, lightning crashes down onto the altars.
Oh, wonderful.
And these beings made of seemingly wind and thunder all at once kind of form around with these glowing lightning eyes, and they want initiative on you guys.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, yeah.
This dice is trash.
Good thing I'm furthest away because I go last.
Are you sure?
That's even worse.
Are you sure you go last?
Probably.
Alright. Let's see, dexterity plus 5. Okay, so 25 20.
I rolled very low.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
11.
6.
7.
What can I say, okay? This was
You guys are just surprised this round. It's not a big deal.
it's just very jarring.
Alright, so. This swirling mass of energy forms. And they'll start things off. So. First things it does, and if you guys want to see what they look like, they're that thingy right there.
Okay.
It's one. This is what they look
Little
like.
baby tornado with a face.
Oh.
Kind of like that, but like I said, there's lightning kind of swirling around them as well. So the first thing to do is make 2 attacks on you, Alexia, and Varys. So on Alexia, one of those will hit. Yep. He will take 15 points of damage as one of them kind of crackle past you. The other one hits you, and you feel this force of like a kind of like a strong wind and in shock simultaneously. And kind of like knocks you back slightly.
So there's multiple, or there's multiple attacks?
Just one, but he hits you multiple times.
Okay.
And then the one on you, Varys, attacks on you as well. They both miss you as they kind of whirl past you, and you feel the wind on each side of you as you kind of dance to the side, and you hear the just crackle as it happens. Speaking of Varys, it is your turn.
Okay, so they're clearly within melee range, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will swing twice at it.
Okay.
And if I hit, I will do a flourishing strike.
Okay.
Flourishing attack? Something like that. Okay. 16 and 15?
Those will both just barely hit.
Okay. So then, the first one will be my flourish. I will use...
Iflin, you attune to the Dragonbane's blade, but did you make it your pack weapon as well?
No.
Okay.
Alright, takes 20 from the first hit.
Okay.
I'll get a bonus to my AC till my next turn. And then the second hit. 8 plus 6, 14 damage.
Alright. So as your blades kind of pierce it, it feels like exactly what it is, swinging through air. And there's no real physical purchase as you swing through them. But then as your sword gets as deep as it possibly can with your cut, you feel something solid, and it feels like you actually hit something. And the creature's whole body kind of like shakes and disperses momentarily and then kind of reforms.
Alright, and then I'm going to move away from him.
Okay.
Does he try to hit me?
Yes.
Okay.
Your AC is way too high. I'll definitely miss.
Alright, so that's 5 feet movement. So, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Alright, Alexia, you are up.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Feels so weird, that music.
Yes.
I'm gonna move back. It'll get an AOP.
And it will miss you. Just past you.
I will shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Normal shot, sharpshooter.
Just normal.
Ooh.
26.
I'll definitely hit.
So 10 regular damage and 6 frost damage.
Okay. Your arrow hits it and kind of flies into it and kind of sticks there momentarily. Then ice kind of erupts from it. and its form kind of disperses momentarily before your arrow returns to you.
Okay, I'll shoot it again.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nice. Roll 'em again.
So 14 normal damage, 5 frost.
Alright. Again, the arrow just kind of explodes in this ice cloud around it. It doesn't seem to like it.
Oh, I have 2 extra attacks. Okay.
Oh yeah, you do. This is the first round of combat, and you're a Gloomstalker now. Right? No, you're not. So you have another attack. Oh wait! Extra attack stacks. So yeah, you have 2 other attacks.
Nat 20.
Wait, no, you should have 3 attacks.
Yeah, this is my 3rd attack.
Okay, you said 2 extra attacks, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because
You're
I
not
did
a
on
fifth
1
level.
attack,
Yeah,
and
you're
then
not
I
a
get
5th
2
level
extra
ranger,
attacks.
so,
So it's,
okay.
yeah. Okay, it's a nat 20 again.
Jesus Christ. Alright, go ahead.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
Now they're coming.
It's kind of gross.
You're kind of gross. How about that?
I mean, the truth hurts, but I guess
I
thank
mean,
you for
it'd be
being
nice
honest.
if I had better
You have to
like,
take it in stride. There is.
damage rolls.
Is that your instruction?
2, 7. So 15 normal, 9 frost. And I'm done.
Alright. The creature's form at this point kind of starts to shimmer and shake a little bit, and like parts of the wind and the lightning just kind of like dispersing from it randomly. Ithlin, you're up.
I want to use that little pebble thing that I have. That gives me extra charisma.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
I can
So you kind of
potentially cast better now.
toss it up into the air. And do you have that written down if it's an action or a bonus action?
That's a good question.
Pretty sure it's bonus action, but
I didn't write that down. I just wrote down the effect.
tisk tisk.
For those of you who are wondering what Ithlin has thrown into the air, it is called an ion stone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, basically he has, his head is the earth, and now he has a moon floating around it, orbiting.
Yep.
I do not have data, so we're gonna say it's a bonus action for now until I know otherwise.
You have so many books.
You're gonna have to go look Ion Stone up in the DMG and like specifically find that page.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Down with the lazy PM.
Well,
It says it's an action to toss a stone.
An action it is, so that is your action for this turn.
okay.
Do you know what its AC and hit points are?
23.
It's 24.
Oh.
It has 24 AC. If something wants to hit it, or if it wants to try and grab it out of the air, it has to make a DC 24 acrobatics check. And then the stone has 10 hit points and has resistance to all damage, and it is considered being worn by you while it orbits you. So anything that would target anything that you're wearing can target the stone as if you were wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your action. What do you want to do after that?
Well, that's.
You have
No,
movement
Do you
still.
have any bonus actions or movement?
I mean, I could cast it.
You can cast a cantrip as an action, and then get a bonus action sword attack, I believe,
Yeah.
for Eldritch Blast. So anything you want to do needs to have an action of a bonus action. You have movement though, so you can still move.
No, I'm not gonna move.
Okay. After that is them. So they're going to over to you guys.
Bitches.
Not quite what I had in mind, but
Make 2 attacks on each of you. You're gonna miss Alexia. And what's your AC right now, Barris?
26.
26. They're gonna just barely miss you.
Take that, gust of wind.
It is a powerful gust of wind that blows your hair and your beard back as it in front of you, and you realize that was a close one. Barris, you're up.
Alright, my AC goes back down to normal. Then going to take an attack. Take an attack from that one.
And that'll definitely hit you. You take 20 points of damage.
Yikes. Okay.
As you move away, you feel lightning and wind just slam you in the back, and it courses through your body.
And then I'm just gonna attack twice. I have advantage because I'm flanking, right?
These creatures do not seem to be hindered by you being behind them.
Oh, dang it. Alright, so then just 2 straight rolls.
Yep.
So the first one is 18 and 26 to hit.
Those definitely both hit.
Nice. I'm not going to do anything special, it's just regular damage. Alright, 5 plus 7, so 12 damage. And 9 damage. The second one.
Alright.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, Alexia, you're up. The creature Varus said that you were currently targeting, you see its blades flurry through it, and it disperses, and it takes a couple seconds to kind of reform at this point.
I move away.
Okay. And he'll miss.
I shoot him.
Okay.
Regular shot. That one. I'm.
Ooh, you definitely miss.
Alright.
Your arrow kind of flies really, really far and slams against the door next to Edla, and ice kind of spreads around it.
Oh.
Okay. $31.
31 definitely hits. I'm sorry, did I say hits? No, I'm just kidding. Definitely hits.
Mm-hmm. 11 normal, 8 frost.
Alright, with that, your arrow slams against it and it disperses.
Uh-huh.
And this electrical energy kind of looms in the air momentarily. And then it gathers and flies past Ethlon, and one of these orbs become electrical.
Oh, very cool.
Aha.
I figured it out. Okay. Last attack. Aiming at that guy now.
Okay.
26.
It definitely hits.
Garbage. 11 normal, 1 frost.
Okay.
Just got these dice and I'm tired.
Alright. Ethlon, you're up.
I'm gonna use my first ever Eldritch Blast without a negative to accuracy.
Ooh.
What's your bonus right now?
Well, I had a positive bonus, but I wasn't getting the full bonus to my accuracy because of my negative to charisma.
Okay.
So
So you just have +5 now?
What is your charisma right now?
10.
Okay.
So I just don't.
So it's just
Oh,
your,
never mind.
your
Yeah.
modifier now?
Yeah.
Or your proficiency, I believe?
You get 3 beams.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, well, because it was +3 to hit before, but it was actually 2 because I have no charisma.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Whatever you roll, go for it.
Let's see. I think probably only hit with one of them. So 9, 13, and 20.
So 20 hits. The other two kind of crackle past and blast into a bit of the onyx.
Get a D10.
Yeah. Where's my D10?
Plus your charisma modifier.
I don't know if he took that.
I don't think
implication.
you did.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, so 1d10.
It would still be 0. So it wouldn't matter. 7.
7 damage, right? 7 damage is not bad. The one that does hit kind of hits it and it disperses a little bit, and the Eldritch Energy kind of lingers on it and kind of crackles around, and momentarily it's this kind of pale white and blue, and then also a green kind of color. And then the energy kind of disperses as well, and then it returns to its normal shape.
Mm.
So that's a...
That's a bonus action to cast. No,
Yeah.
I still have a bonus action.
To cast a cantrip?
If I cast... so I can cast a cantrip and then use my bonus action to attack. That's how it works.
So a cantrip is still an action, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you used your action to throw the stone up in the air.
Well, that was my previous...
Oh, is this a new turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a new turn.
Okay, cool.
So I
Just
have,
making sure.
I have movement and bonus action.
Okay, just making sure.
So I could move up and attack it once. Felt like that.
Might as well.
Yeah. It could just become a full-blown caster now. Like, I don't need this anymore. Throw my swords away. It's okay, they're magic. They can come back.
Like a boomerang.
Yep.
Except one day you'll throw them and they won't return, and you'll live in constant paranoia.
That someday they will come back.
Yeah.
I won't expect it. 20.
20 definitely hits.
Non-natural.
20 definitely hits.
Let's see. 14 damage.
Alright. Much like Varys, your sword kind of hits through air momentarily, and at the very center of it kind of just hits something solid, and the whole structure of this creature is kind of shooken. After Ithlin is its turn. You being closest is going to turn on you, Ithlin. Your AC is not 19 anymore, it's
17? Yes.
so you're getting no dex bonus, but that's fine. It rolls a natural 1 to 3. So it doesn't hit you in the slightest. It kind of just trying to strike back at you as you hit it. It kind of like whirls everywhere and just doesn't do anything. Varys, you're up.
I will also spam my Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
There's a nat 1. But I got 20 and 26 to hit.
The natural 1 definitely misses,
Alright.
but the other ones hit. We have vodka and whiskey, so whatever makes you frisky. Yeah, it's the kids there.
I'll have some vodka. If somebody would be so kind as to pour it for me. Alright, so it takes 12 and 11 force damage, so 23 total.
That is actually just enough to kill it. So this one also disperses, and another orb becomes charged in the door.
I quickly prestidigitate smoke coming off my finger and I go,
Alright.
alright.
You could have lit your finger on fire and then blown it out.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What would you guys like to do?
It's not real fire.
I go over to the table I'm closest to and wait for a swirly guy to show up.
Okay.
As I see her going towards the altar, which is what I was going to do, I quickly dart behind this altar and attempt to hide behind it.
Make a stealth check.
Because I was going to suggest that we ambush it, but
It's not too late. You guys all get to move before stuff happens, so.
I got a 19.
Okay. Successfully hide behind the altar.
I'm gonna face it head on.
That's what you gonna do.
And then step back because I'm a ranger.
Not gonna do anything.
Okay. Alright, everybody roll initiative as another one forms.
Nat 20!
Nice.
I'm gonna die.
Alright.
Alright, 25 to 20. Alexia.
25.
Anyone else?
I got less than
20 to
twos.
15. 15 to 10.
10.
11.
Despite being well hidden, I'm not quite fast enough to act.
Alright, Varys, what's your dexterity modifier? 5?
+5, yeah.
Okay, so you'll just barely go first. Alright, Alexia, you're up.
Okay.
She just wants the dice so she can put it on the things.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. It's like, what do you
Want a
want?
representation of the swirly man.
I think that's a good call.
Does it appear like in her face, or is it
Yes. The moment you touch the altar and approach it, it just...
Alright, so similar to before, I'll step back.
Okay, so it's an attack on you.
Yep.
And another natural 1, so it's good.
Okay. I use my bonus action to mark it with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I will shoot at it.
Okay. Sharpshooter or regular?
No, regular. 13, 20, 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Alright. Moving away from those ones to these. Still not great. Alright. 3, 5. 13 normal and 6 frost.
Okay.
Okay.
With these guys, you can just tell me a normal damage.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
just everything together?
Yeah.
Or does frost not
They're
matter?
not resistant to ice. I'll
Cool.
give you that free information.
Alright. Second attack.
And all of your guys' weapons are magical at this point, so
19.
that definitely hits.
Alright. Ugh, trash. 1, 4, 8, 16. Third attack. 21.
That definitely hits.
Damn it. Okay. Ugh. Jeez. Okay. 12. My damage just steadily goes.
You hit it very, very solidly. All of your arrows kind of stick into it momentarily. And as all 3 hit, you see it momentarily freeze almost as the ice kind of encases it. And then electricity kind of courses through it and the ice kind of shatters off. But you did some very good damage to it. After Alexia is at 1.
Alright. Well, I can't get within melee range yet, even if I wanted to, so I suppose I'll just cast again.
I mean, you can move first just for next turn.
I mean, I can still move afterwards, but I mean,
That's true.
if I wanted to melee it, I couldn't.
It's true.
Did I hit with 2 of them this time? 2 19s and a 10.
10.
The 10 definitely misses.
It's a very intense.
The other 2 will definitely hit.
16 damage.
16 damage. Alright. With both of those, or?
Yeah, one was a 10 and one was a 6.
Okay, yeah. So they kind of slam against it and disrupt its natural energy once again, and Varys, we are up.
Alrighty then. I will peek out from around the altar. Can I see it?
Yes.
Alright, I will surprise attack him and attack.
Okay. We'll give you your first roll advantage.
Okay. First roll. And I have my elven accuracy thing, so I'll reroll the 5.
Slightly better.
Okay. 21.
That definitely hits.
Nice. Alright, so that's the first one. And then the other 2 attacks. Nat 20 and a 24.
Nice. All 3 of those definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just gonna do them all at once, I guess. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I use all the marbles at once.
All
Yeah.
the marbles.
Alright.
Is that a 9?
The 9.
6.
It's a
10, 17, 26.
You don't have the Eldritch Blaster feat, do you? Where you add your charisma, right?
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's not a
You
feat, it's
sure
an
does.
invocation.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. It's all the same thing. There's Warlock feats and there's normal feats.
44.
44. Oh, yeah, you absolutely blast through it. Before it gets a chance to even react, it just explodes with energy. And fills in another orb. Although none of you were nearby to see it.
I turn and look at the door.
You definitely see it. You see the energy kind of arc towards the door and disperse.
I immediately run over to the last table.
Wait. Why don't we let Islan do it? He's good at close range, and the 2 of us can hide and do what I just did to it.
Okay. I don't think hiding will help me, but that's fine. I just shoot. I want them to know that I'm killing them.
I'll walk over to here and hide behind this altar.
Okay.
I just turn around. Straight at it.
Okay.
Just defiantly. You're not gonna hide.
Nope.
Or activate it.
Nope.
Would you like me to make another stealth roll?
Sure.
28.
We voted for Island to activate it.
Alright then.
So you could actually melee.
Well, passive perception's 10, so I think you're fine.
Okay.
You cut close, but I think you're gonna be okay. So you're gonna run over there and activate it?
I will walk over, I won't run over.
Okay. Very nonchalantly, just... Alright, so 6 squares, new turn. Lexia, Varys, what do you want to do?
Well, we're out of
observing him.
combat.
Just kidding.
I'm just observing him, like sweating profusely, like watching somebody who's about to walk over and defuse a bomb.
Alright, as you approach the altar again, it just whoosh. Given the fact you are all prepared, I will not have you guys roll initiative. Instead, I will do,
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
well, I'll do, everyone go ahead and roll initiative between 3 of you and see who goes first. But since you guys literally prepared for this and waited for it, I will say you guys will definitely go first. Unless it rolls a
Someone
natural
buzzed?
20. So let's see. It is not a natural 20. So,
I got 21. Or,
21.
Yeah, 21.
8.
8.
13.
Alright, so Alexi's gonna go first. And then Varys.
I mean,
And
Varys
then-
technically got a nat 1, so he should go last.
Yeah.
I did get a nat 1.
Oh, well, you do actually go last. Nat 1, drive out the
8
failures,
is
my friend.
garbage.
So Ithlin and then Varys. And then me. And honestly, it would have been that way anyways, because the initiative I rolled was a natural 1 as well, so. Alexia,
Yikes.
start us off.
Sweet. As my bonus action, I move Hunter's Mark from this dead thing over to this guy.
Okay.
Alright, 3 attacks.
Yup.
Boom. Regular attacks. 25.
25 definitely hits.
25. Come on, damn.
You know, you have a new ability that you could use to learn things about it.
What?
Remember your new Beast Slayer ability?
I'll look at that after this turn.
Those aren't beasts.
3, 7, 8, 9, 17.
Okay.
Oh, attack 2. 22.
Definitely hits.
Oh, there we go. There's some good damage. 10, 19, 27.
Damn.
Third attack. 27 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Trash. Actually, not too bad. 13, 14, 22 damage. End my turn.
Alright.
Look at my new skill.
Alright. You unleash this flurry of attacks on the creature, and as you do so, before you even get a chance to react, really, it just kind of like scatters momentarily and disperses. And when it kind of reforms, like you imagine just these angry eyebrows on it, as it's just like, what the fuck, really? Iflin, you're up.
Alright.
Oh, could have been using that. Oh no, I only have one. Oh, okay.
Let's attack.
I mean, you've already given me that information though, for free. So, haha. What I get to do.
Alright. 19.
That definitely hits. Are you attacking or just blasting?
Attacking.
Okay, so first attack definitely hits.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be some RP the first time you use it, though. There's going to be some RP the first time you use that ability.
What does that mean?
Role playing.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to sound stupid during the recording.
Well, you sound stupid.
Too late. No,
I sure do.
your natural 1 stealth checks definitely seal the deal on that one. What was your damage?
Just clip the last
13
30
damage.
seconds.
Hello!
Play that forward.
Just walk in
All
and
right.
announce that I'm here. I thought we were being
Right.
stealthy. Nope.
Second attack. Let's see, 26.
Definitely hits.
He's got a tiny little grill out
Don't laugh at his tiny grill.
there. That's a
You can
Batman
probably-
living for
Oh, okay, you
you.
can't hear us, okay. I was like, you can probably hear us mocking this tiny grill.
It's not the first complaint
18.
from a neighbor will have.
18 damage.
Hey, it's
So
not
this-
the size of the grill that matters. It's what you do with
So
it.
this creature reforms and gives you this mean, menacing eyebrow look.
Shaders.
And then it gives you that look and then looks down at your swords
With eyebrows?
inside of it as it reformed. And you just kind of like slit them apart and it just disperses.
Right.
Does he have angry eyebrows?
And so lightning kind of pulses from each of these orbs into this singular area. And you guys hear a loud sound of gears whirring and twisting. You hear as the iron doors kind of split apart.
The iron door was open.
Aha! I surprise you now, beast, as I attack your weak points.
Oh, I
Where is it?
already did.
Isla, did you not do the thing? Shit! Go ahead again.
Hey.
Sorry. You guys just shit's in my way, dogs.
Your shit's in my way. How about that?
Well. Alright, what would you guys like to do?
Nothing.
So did the door
No.
open after...
Yes, the door split apart.
Okay. I go to the door and walk inside.
Okay. Much like the previous tower, a long winding staircase greets you. I will say during this time you guys can take a short rest if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Just kind of casually traversing the staircase. Any hit points or abilities you'd like to recover, now is the time for that.
I definitely would like to do that.
And we're going to say that you leisurely climb the stairs. You don't rush up them, you don't run up them, you kind of just walk in. Every 10 or 15 minutes, you guys kind of lean against the wall and take a break, and like, oh, I'm bleeding, you kind of patch yourselves up and things like that. So you can use your hit die and regaining the abilities, you get back on a short rest.
I'm going to use
Oh,
my...
nice.
this time to play my instrument for you guys to give you my song of rest, so you get a D8 extra of healing. Just for free.
Okay. I will use that D8.
I don't need
Nice.
it, but I'll roll it. Got a 7.
Did you lose hit points at all?
No,
Oh, there you go.
but I rolled a 7.
Then
Yay.
at this point, it's just any ability you get back on a short rest.
I haven't even used anything.
Alright, well, you guys are prepared then.
Yep.
Here. Let's see. Dang it, I was getting down the whole back. Oh. sure you want to start this fight.
Yeah.
We only have 30 minutes.
Maybe an hour. We're gonna stop at 8:30 and push Jordan's time as late as we can go. So we have till 8:30, so we have an hour. I'm pretty sure we can finish it in an hour. Unless you guys all die, in which case, sorry.
Very plausible.
Yep.
I mean, I hope all this preparation wasn't for nothing, I guess, is all I can say. You guys went on a bunch of side quests for a reason. Which, by the way, you guys have an extra level because of the side quests you guys went on, so it was not just for magic items. You guys definitely fulfilled a couple milestones on this journey. I will say, Ithlin, as you guys traverse upwards towards the top of this tower, whether you keep it at your side or in the transdimensional space, wherever you keep the Dragon's Bane longsword, you feel it kind of vibrate and pull towards you to grip it. And wherever it was, whether it be, like I said, at your side or another space, as you're walking up, the moment when you guys take one of your kind of like short breaks, you notice the blade is just in your hand and you're just holding it, and you're like, I don't remember drawing you, but okay. And at this point, you notice that the dragon's eye is on the hilt, and the markings on the blade turn red as opposed to its blue.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel its hunger.
Mm.
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, finally you break the top of this onyx tower, and before you, you see this massive pile of gold and platinum coins and various gems mixed in between, and you see this massive blue dragon sitting atop it, kind of prim and proper, just sitting there atop it. And as you guys ascend up to the top, it kind of looks towards you, and it speaks in this loud, booming voice. It's been some time since I had visitors. Tell me, what do you seek? Do you desire more riches?
Well, since my companions do not step forward to say anything,
Do we
Pipe
actually
up.
understand it?
Yeah.
yes, you can comment. Well, riches are definitely nice, and the adventure isn't that bad, but really the only thing we desire is to return the world to the normal state it was in before you dragon dicks decided to unleash your weather effects upon regions, and now we're here to slay you.
In a blink of an eye, it's in front of you, and it kind of like
Oh,
looks at you, and you can smell its breath and feel the heat coming off of it. And as it opens its mouth, electricity kind of courses between its teeth, and these long, razor sharp, each one like a great sword length, just massive. And as it looks at you, inches from your face, it's just like, you worms would know nothing about the natural state of things. I am more ancient and powerful than you ever dreamed.
ancient and powerful, yes. Invincible, I think not, for you are in the presence of the three mightiest heroes in all of Vanden and Vamira.
A
Then-
bold claim.
I would like to cast a spell.
Okay, what do you want to cast?
I move in towards my friend, standing in front of them, and touch them, and I cast Heroism at 3rd level,
Okay.
using the rod.
Okay. Well, so you can use the rod to restore spell slots. It doesn't cast through. It's not a channel of any kind. So if you were missing the spell slots, you could expend them from the rod and get them back.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So, do you have a 3rd level spell slot currently?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. So it comes from you as opposed to the rod.
So what does that do?
Makes us immune to fear,
Oh,
and we get 6 temporary hit points at the start of every one of your turns.
nice.
At that point, it chuckles, and more lightning kind of courses from its teeth, and it goes, a bold claim, but we will see. and lightning kind of courses around you guys, and the pathway leading back down to the tower is sealed. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes. I didn't roll poorly this time.
Well, good for you.
Good for me.
Interesting. Alright, 25-20.
20.
20-15. 15-10.
14.
And Ithlon, I assume you're
I go last.
a modest last place.
Yep.
Alright. I need to look at something real quick. There it is. Well, that doesn't count. Oh, that works. Your initiative or your dexterity is higher, so you get to go first.
Okay.
But you guys both got a 20.
Is he on the ground?
Yes, currently he's on the ground.
Okay. Then I'm going to move 10, 15. Alright, on my 25th point of movement, I leave his target range. Does he do anything?
Yeah, he massive claw at you.
I'm going to shield.
Okay, so what's your AC right now?
24.
We got a 28, so
Okay.
he's definitely gonna hit you.
Of course he did.
Oh my god. 21 damage.
Okay.
As you feel sharper than any knife you've ever experienced pierce your side. As you jump to the side, you see part of your armor, magical as it is, kind of split apart a little bit, and you see blood begin oozing down your side.
A little bit more. Alright. It's 25, 30. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And then I will launch my Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
Okay. Got 15, 18, and 30.
30 definitely hits.
Okay. 30's a crit.
30 is a crit.
Yeah.
The other two do not hit at all. The other two,
Okay,
they kind of blast against its shell-like feature, and it kind of spurts against it, and the energy kind of crackles away. But it seems your first two blasts made the way towards your path as the third one hits, and you see it kind of pierce it momentarily, and it goes from like a low kind of like to like a kind of sound.
Alright. 16 force damage.
Alright.
And I am done.
So 16 you said?
Yeah.
16. Alright, so one of the first things that happens is... So, as lightning begins to form around the doorway,
We're all paralyzed.
yep, and you're all dead now. No, I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is that just those two?
Yes.
Okay.
Failed.
Maybe, you don't know. You don't have to save this.
Oh, I failed.
Probably higher than a 10.
Guess I have your indomitable thing, right?
Nope.
Alexia doesn't, Iflin
I
does.
have it.
You also have luck. You can use the point of luck each turn.
Mm-hmm. I'll use my Indomitable first.
Okay.
So. Oop.
13 on the die. Well, you kept it, but
No, it's got to be in the thing. That's how it works. It was worse, so doesn't matter. It's gonna fail either way.
What did you guys get?
10.
10?
5.
5? Yeah, you guys will take 11 points of damage. As you guys are caught up in the lightning, and it kind of arcs between you guys. And you see it hit Alexia, then hit you, and hit Alexia, and you guys kind of fall to your knees momentarily and able to stand back up. The lightning kind of surges between you guys, and then it also surges towards the dragon. The dragon, however, seems unaffected by it. And so that's the start of his turn. And then on his turn, given Alexia and Ithlin are within sight, he's going to make 2 attacks. He's going to try and claw at Alexia and bite at Ithlin.
Shield.
Okay.
that boy, I'm proud.
So on Ithlin,
Yep.
the claw or the bite attack. What's your AC right now?
Shield is 5. Yeah,
Yes.
23.
23. Alright. So its jaws wrap around you momentarily, and this force field wraps around you, and its teeth kind of pierce the shield momentarily, but does not get to you.
Nice.
Alexia. It's like 25 to hit. So that will be 16 points of damage. And then it is done. It is now Alexia's turn. At the start of your turn, Alexia, it is going to do a legendary action. And try and hit you guys. Or not you guys, it's going to try and hit Ithlin since it evaded its bite attack.
Sarah, you get 6 temporary HP.
Oh, yeah, huh?
It's like 22, it still misses. Its tail slaps against your shield, and you see the barrier form even more cracks around you, but it seemed to do its purpose.
So close.
Yep. And that's its legendary action, so Alexia, go ahead and start your turn.
For my action, I'd like to use Hunter's Sense to figure out the dragon's immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
So, for the first time this happens, you've been fighting these creatures, and something has stirred within your blood. You're gaining more knowledge of being a ranger, spending time in Vamira, learning about your heritage, learning about nature, and kind of spending more time in your days off. This kind of instinct wells inside of you, and you notice your reflexes and your senses, they're acting on their own momentarily. And so you've been watching this creature attack and lash out and bite, and you've been noticing these really small weaknesses, these really small things about it, these small hints and things like that you didn't notice before. So what do you get to learn?
Immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, what they are.
So he is immune to lightning.
Oh, unless it's hidden from divination.
He is not. So he is
Okay.
immune to lightning. He is not immune, or he is not vulnerable to anything, nor is he resistant to anything.
Okay, so he's just immune to lightning, which
Yeah.
is his element anyway, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Is that an action or a bonus action?
That was an action.
Okay.
For my bonus action, I'll mark him with Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and then I'll be
So an
done.
action surge,
Oh.
you have that option. These are the fights you want to do all the marbles for.
Yeah, I'll action surge.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, I will notch a Dragon's Bane arrow in the Leviathan.
Okay. So you take this large, almost short sword sized arrow from your quiver
No.
or
it's
your
in the
bag of holding,
Yeah.
and you pull it, and you've experienced bows before where certain arrows need to fit the notch, they need to fit it. This fits perfectly within the Leviathan as well. It seems whatever arrow you use seems to work with it. So you pull it back, and the ethereal water-like string appears around your hands, as it usually does, and encases the entire thing in ice. And as you point it at the dragon, it turns this crimson red color.
Okay. So this is that 2 hit or damage?
Yes, you get +2 to hit with it,
Okay.
and +2 to damage.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's both. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
So I still get all of the Leviathan bonuses and the arrow
Yes.
bonuses.
These are ancient artifacts.
Oh man. Okay. So I got Hunter's Mark. We're gonna try a sharpshooter. We're gonna do the magical arrow and the bow.
Okay.
Fucking idiot. Okay. So that'll be. Okay. Oh, thank God.
It's definitely a hit.
It's like a 26 to hit.
26 definitely
26.
hits.
Okay, so what did I do? Okay, so Hunter's Mark. This will be the bow.
And so it takes that additional damage from the arrow as well. If it fails its save. Which is a Constitution save, right?
17.
Constitution 17.
Yeah, DC Con. Yeah, Con 17.
I will say he's not expecting this, and so will not use legendary resistance, and so he fails.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so he would also fail the DC of 14 for the
That's a separate.
bow.
That's a separate thing.
Okay.
So it's another one. He also fails that though.
Okay, so his movement is halved for 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then 6. Oh God, I need so many D10s now.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. I need 3 more. Thank you. Okay.
Speed running this. Come on, we got time to make.
Okay.
Her dice look like an overcharged fireball, for those of you who were watching this.
Okay, so I got the Hunter's Mark, I got the bow, I got the arrow. I think that's it.
Just take a picture of all the dice she's going to use.
Ooh. So many
We
dice.
can post it for you guys.
Should let me use all 4 of my attacks at the same time. That would be a lot of fucking dice if I hit with all 4.
You have the dueling feat. It is, however, a little bit different than your pack weapon. So if you're going to draw the Dragon's Bane longsword, that's going to be
none of it's lightning.
free
so I
action
can
or
just
action
add
on
it
its own.
straight, so
I have it out already. You said I did.
That's true, yeah. But I just want to make sure you know, like...
Mm-hmm. No, I have it out already. And then I have...
It's just different than your packed weapon. You can't just be like, I summon my packed weapons and it's one of them. That's why I asked
Yeah.
specifically, is the packed weapon or not?
Yeah.
So...
No, but I'm holding it already.
Okay.
So...
I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
No, that's a 9.
that's in that. Okay. Nah, crap. Okay, 30, 39, 42, 45, plus the 8, 53, plus my 10, 63 damage.
63 damage. So you fire the arrow, and you're pretty sure...
Oh, sorry, 65 damage.
65 damage. So you fire the arrow, and you're pretty sure with your constant perfection of shooting arrows, you're like, I whiffed it a little bit. I'm pretty sure I whiffed it a little bit. And you fire the arrow, and it curves almost towards the dragon itself.
Oh, shit.
And you see the dragon's expression, its huge scaly maw, go from like one of like smugness to like, what the fuck?
Like, ow!
And as it hits it, it actually pierces its scales. And you see several of the scales kind of shrapnel just fly off of its torso. And it hits it and it kind of roars back a little bit and kind of claws at like its chest as this arrow is sticking into it. And yeah, that definitely hurt.
I do it all again.
Okay.
Alright, so sharpshooter with the Dragon's Bane. And the Leviathan.
Okay.
Oh. So, 17 to hit.
17 misses, unfortunately.
Alright, we'll try one more time.
Okay. And these dragon's arrows do not return to your quiver. So, as you fire this one, it's huge. It fires past it, and then clanks against the ground, just kind of skitters away.
20 to hit.
Given they are special, 20 also misses. Or, no, 20 just barely hits, actually. In this case, we'll do its Leviathan effect first. Constitution saving throw fails. It's halved again. But it stays the same. 17, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It passes.
Okay.
So roll damage will take half this time. And given these are special...
Well, no, it'll just be 3...
Well, no, you get to do the whole D10. It's like all D10s, but it's just half at that point.
Oh, okay.
But given these are special, I will say that your arrow flies about here.
So we'll say Hunter's Mark. Leviathan. Okay, so I'll roll those separate. 1, 2, oh, great. 3, 4, 5.
Keep track of those, how many you use.
I am.
Okay. So you only had 11 of them, I believe. Do the arrow damage first, and the rest of it afterwards. Just you can have it effectively. $26. So half of that's 13.
So 36 total.
36 total. The arrow kind of scrapes past it this time, still leaving a sizable chunk in it, and like more scales kind of fly off of it. And it looks directly at you, and you feel this evil eye at you. Anything else?
No.
Alright, Ithlin, you're up. The blade in your hand kind of pulls you towards the dragon momentarily. You have to kind of like hold it in place to make sure you don't follow it, but you feel its hunger is almost to lash out at the creature.
Alright, I'm going to bonus action Hexblade Curse it.
Okay.
And then I'm differentiating the Dragon Edge is my first and third attack because it's my main hand.
So technically speaking, the only offhand attack you have to do is your secondary weapon. You can do 3 attacks with just a dragon sword.
Oh, I can just choose to do that?
Yeah, because dual wielding's a choice, and so your your technical offhand attack comes from your secondary weapon. So just preface.
So they can all be.
Yeah, except for your fourth one. So just preface like
Correct,
my first 3 are Dragon's Bane, and then the fourth one is my bonus action attack.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if it worked that way or
It's
not.
also a longsword, so you don't have to do a bonus action. You can do 3 attacks with a D10 because it's a longsword. So 2-handing it instead of 1-handing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's up to you.
Mm. Well, it would probably be a better idea. Maybe.
You can action surge too and do another 3 attacks. Like
Mm-hmm.
the only thing you're not getting is your bonus action, but
Yeah. I'd end up with more damage if I hit with my bonus action, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep in mind, if your action surge, you don't get your 4th attack still. It's just another 3. Because you already expend your bonus action at that point.
Oh, that's true. So
Yeah.
it makes more sense to put it in 2 hands then.
Yeah. So as a free action, what do we say you stow your packed weapon and then grip the Dragon's Bane longsword with both hands? Alright. As you do that, the blade turns red hot as you go to strike the creature.
Alright. 3 attacks. Oh! Not 20.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Nice.
Ooh! Oh! This is a disgusting amount of damage. Okay, thank God, because the other 2 fucking missed.
This one I'm at 20. Just roll that again.
What all you get?
Let's see. 13 and 12 were the other 2.
Yeah, so those 2 definitely miss.
Yeah. It's okay.
You hit the creature.
The one made up.
You hit the creature twice, and it kind of clanks against the scales. But you notice each time it hits the scale, it kind of indents a little bit. And so you go to strike again, it creates another X formation as it dents. At this point, you kind of pull the blade back and go for a thrust attack. And as you do, it pierces that X formation and just drives it all the way into the down to the hilt. And it feels like butter as you just slide the blade into it.
Alright.
A hot knife through butter is what it feels like. There is no resistance as you stab this blade forward. And then make sure you look at the Dragon's Bane damage.
Yeah.
And that also gets double because it's a crit, so.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot. Okay.
And then you're also a D10 instead of a D8 because you're two-handed. So
Yeah.
just make sure you know. What? Oh.
Okay, that was... 42.
42 damage.
Nice.
Alright, so the third attack, making up for both of your previous misses, stabs at the dragon like a warm knife through butter, and it reels backwards at the attack, and you see that the blade itself, or the mark it left, is just this huge searing wound as it bleeds forth, and you see the effect is the bludgeon of the sword is definitely well deserved.
Then I will action surge.
Okay.
And let's try that all again.
Go for all the marbles.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this is time to
baby.
do it.
Ooh, and I got another crit.
Nice.
And the other two miss again.
So this
Making
time,
it count.
So this time the creature, wary of your attack, you go to swing the blade forth again, and it kind of lifts its paw up out of the way, and you go to try and thrust upwards, and it kind of beats its wings momentarily as it kind of steps back. But this time, as it goes down, it reels its claws back, and it goes to try and stab you, and you just hold your blade up like this, and it goes into its foot again. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, so 10 again. Not 68. Oops, not it. 45.
45 damage. Imagine if you hit with all three attacks.
I know, I wish. It's okay, crit twice in a row. I've never done that before, so.
That's true. Alright. So already seeing a vast difference reeling from its attacks. You see these weapons have made a vast difference, and maybe the side quest was worth it. As you see now, Andrognir seems to be kind of panting pretty heavily. All the wounds you dealt before to the previous dragon kind of like scuffs and bruises. Andrognir is currently bleeding profusely, and these deep gashes into its body that you managed to hit it. At the end of your turn, however, it's going to use legendary action, and I need... You are all in range, so I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Maybe I passed?
Oh, shit.
12.
23.
I'm going to use one of my points of luck, and I'm going to save my other two for...
Yeah, I looked it up. You can only use one per roll anyway. You can't spam them, so...
Yeah.
It'd be too good otherwise. So it's just once per turn. You can be like, look.
Yeah. 15.
15?
That's a hell of a lot better.
Unfortunately, all three of you fail.
Yeah.
Varus just barely so. But it's not a lot of damage. It's 14 points of damage. The dragon beats its wings. And you will take huge damage as it does it. All three of you are knocked prone. and then it flies up into the air. On its turn, it kind of shakes the ice off from your arrows and gets its full movement. And so it's now currently, it was half when it did it, so it's 40 feet in the air right now. It kind of hovers there. And it kind of arches its head back and opens its mouth, and this huge ball of lightning appears. And it looks down at you guys and fires at you and Ithlin, Alexia. I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I thought lightning was con.
For this one, it's dexterity.
God damn it. 11.
11.
10.
10. Do you want to use a point of luck?
Nope, I'm gonna save them for my attacks.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
65 damage.
Come on, we're speedrunning this.
I'm trying, man. I can't do that much math in my head. I will say, unfortunately, I pretty much rolled max on every dice.
How many dice does he get for one attack?
Well, you'd be
Ridiculous.
surprised. Okay, so you guys both failed. You guys take a total of 120 damage.
I'm dead.
Yep,
Both of you are down.
yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
The lightning... And you see the onyx in front of you guys. This red, hot engraving to the ground at this point. As you guys both... The lightning kind of clears, and you look and the smoke kind of rises, and you see Alexia and Ithlin just on the ground. The lightning kind of pulsing between them.
Yes.
Even with the temporary hit points, I'd have still been dead at full HP.
Well, we don't get temporary hit points because
Down.
it's not our turn.
But I'm saying, like, at the start of your turn, like,
Right,
it
very
wouldn't
true.
even matter.
Yeah. It's too far gone.
Just do like the kick thing and stand up. That's not very good. You guys just going to lie there and leave me alone to fight this thing? Alexia?
You get no response.
I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Yeah, regretfully, almost every dice was an 8 or higher, so...
Poggers. You gain 7 HP.
Alright, so you guys immediately open your eyes, and your
Just,
whole bodies are
just
numb,
Alexia.
though.
It's just me.
yeah.
Oh, just Alexia? So you open your eyes, and your whole body is numb. And you kind of, like, look up, and you're trying to move your fingertips, and even that, like, your hands kind of just, like, violently shaking back and forth as you try and, like, hold some kind of solid movement. I mean, it's kind of fitting. You guys pissed it off, so...
Alright, I'll move back here.
Okay. You went out of its range, correct?
It's 40 feet in the air, isn't it?
That's true.
It depends on what its range is.
Yeah, it doesn't have an attack that is within range, so you're good.
And I was already out of its range anyway, so it's like here.
That's a 20-foot range with all its actions. So.
Oh my god. Okay.
So luckily it's in the air 40 feet, so you're fine.
I will aim upwards and shoot Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Right. Another D20. Okay. That is 19, 25, and crit.
All three of those will hit.
Ooh.
The 19 just barely hits.
Well, I definitely needed them to hit. Alright, so crit damage. And then...
Quickly, dice, go! Both roll things in advance. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my.
Use max
10,
damage.
20, 24, 27. 60 damage.
60 damage. Seeing that it's fallen both of you two, it kind of like grimaces and it turns towards Varys. At the end of your turn, Varys. He cannot attack you, but he's going to kind of like its wings again and fly over to you at the end of your turn. And then it's going to use its turn at this point and attack you twice.
I will shield.
Okay. Or no, it makes one attack. Sorry.
I still shield.
Okay. Whew, what's your AC right now?
24.
24. It definitely hits you.
Nice.
Yeah. $26 points of damage. As you cast shield around you and the arcane barrier kind of forms and its jaws kind of clamp around you and you try and hold up the barrier but its teeth pierce it and then the barrier shatters and you jump out of the way just in time but still taking the damage from its teeth as you jump through its jaws just barely.
Okay.
And that's its turn and so it is done. Alexia, you're up.
Am I actually up?
Yes.
So I have 7 HP.
Yes, so you're currently prone still. So it's half your movement to stand up.
So it's up to
I'm
you,
not
but
fucking
is
going anywhere.
my spell that I cast on her still affecting her, or is it gone because she got knocked out?
What do you mean?
My heroism spell? I'm still concentrating on it.
Let me look at heroism real quick. I think
only-
it'd still be affecting her because
It
it's...
says that it will end for everybody if I lose, or if the duration for the spell goes
Yeah,
away.
so momentarily... I'll have to look this up for a future, but since you're trying to do this quick. Momentarily, Alexia, you wake up and you kind of feel that fear kind of grip you, and especially the damage you just took, you're terrified momentarily, but then you feel kind of your nerves calm again, and that kind of feeling of like Varys giving you a thumbs up kind of fills your spirit, and you're like, I can do this, I'm fine. And so on your turn, you feel the effects of heroism again.
So you get 6 temporary HP. So now you're like at 13, which is better than 7.
It's true. Don't forget you have the what's it called?
Second wind.
Yeah, second wind.
Well, since I can't use my other bonus action, I'll just use that.
Your hunter's mark did disappear though, because you fell unconscious.
That and the save would have been 60.
So you're gonna second wind first?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stand back up, using half your movement. You kind of like,
Plus fire level.
Yeah.
and you steal yourself. How much points do you get back?
19.
Nice. Alright, so it's bonus action, so you still have 3 attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sitting here rushing me. I'm trying to do math in my head, and you're sitting here talking.
It's kind of my job.
18.
18 just barely misses, unfortunately.
26.
26 will hit. What kind of attacks are these, by the way?
Regular.
So regular arrows?
Yeah.
Okay, so 26 will hit.
$23 damage.
Okay, that definitely hits.
That was damage.
That was damage.
Oh, 23 damage, sorry.
Third attack.
And I'll give you your first hit advantage, given you were unconscious, but it thought you were finished off, and you weren't. So you can roll your first attack again.
Even worse.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll try a grasping arrow on it.
Okay.
Nope. Yes.
Let's roll 4.
All right.
It's like
So you fire your first arrow and it kind of plings, and Varys, you see, is kind of like fall past it, and then it fires again. You kind of hit it, and the guy's kind of psh against it. And it kind of looks back at you and surprised you're on your feet. Then you fire again. It kind of like puffs out its chest and kind of pings across its chest. Anything else? All right, Ithlon, I need you to make a death saving throw, please. Just roll a d20. Straight d20. See what happens. 8. You take a death saving throw. Varys, you're up.
Nice.
You see Ithlin kind of cough up more blood and just remain unconscious.
Oh. Let's see if I did this right. Oh, shit. Alright, he's exactly within range, so I will use my bonus action to use Healing Word on
Okay.
Mifflin.
Go ahead and roll heal.
And I'll do this at, I'm at first level spell slot, so that's the second level.
Okay.
And lucky you get 2d4. Which I rolled near max on, so you get 7 plus 6, 13 hit points.
All of a sudden, you just as air kind of fills your lungs again.
So down 3, get 6 more. And is he on the ground in front of me, or is he floating above me?
He is floating above you still.
Okay, I'm just gonna aim up at him again and
Okay.
Eldritch Blast. I see you found that I'm the only threat that you need to be concerned about. Very well, Andragbear. But one-on-one it is then. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure 14 misses, but the other two are 21 and 22.
Those will definitely both hit.
Okay. So, D10s. That was 7 plus 29.
Alright. Your Eldritch Blast slam into it again. It kind of covers it momentarily and disperses. Anything else?
I brace for impact.
Okay, at the end of its turn, it's going to... No, it's only used... On its turn, they're refreshed. So it uses its first legendary action. It kind of like... kind of flaps its wings further and lowers itself down within 20 feet of you above the air. And then that's the end of its legendary action. And then it's going to make an attack on you.
Okay.
So you see its tail whirling at you.
I don't shield or anything, so it's just my AC's 19.
So they'll definitely hit.
Okay. That is in the wrong spot.
21 points of damage. Its tail kind of thwaps you in the face.
I respond in a
Okay.
second. How much was it?
21, yeah. You're going to use
So that's... Yeah, I'm gonna rebuke it.
Close Rebuke.
6.
What's the save on that?
Where's my save DC? It's a DC 19 dex save.
It fails, but it's going to use one of its legendary actions. You succeed.
And this is at 6th level.
Okay.
I literally just looked this up and I already forgot what the damage dice was.
As the flames kind of cascade around it, it flaps its wings and just... And they kind of disperse around it, but you definitely see the scorch marks around it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So he passed?
He passed, yeah.
Okay. So
He chose to pass,
2,
rather.
10, 3, 4, 5. 6, 9, 18, 27, 37, 39 plus 11, 50,
So
20.
25.
25 fire damage.
Nice. Still not bad for half damage.
Oh, and I need to make my con save. That's a pass.
Alright. So that's the end of its turn. Alexia, you were up. You see him kind of lower himself down towards the bears and clap him with his tail. As you see flames kind of cascade around, he kind of blows them away with his wings, but he is not focused on you at all. What's up? See if you can just blast from there.
Oh,
I don't think I can get.
I did my damage wrong. It should have been. He should have taken 22.
Oh. Ooh. It's only a few points off. That's fine.
It has to be accurate.
So he's still in the air, right?
Yeah, 20 feet in the air.
I need this victory to be as close as possible so that it is so much more sweeter.
Okay.
And I can brag about how I carried you guys again.
Sure.
Oh, sorry, on his turn he rolls and... Okay.
I'll try a bursting arrow on him.
Do it. Sharpshooter, dragon slaying arrow.
For my bonus action, I'm gonna invoke Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And then... yeah, I'll try doing a sharpshooter bursting arrow with Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Oh, God. Not even one of those. Nope. Try it again.
What was your total?
Nope.
She rolled a 3.
Both
Okay.
were 10.
10, okay. So it's both a miss, unfortunately.
So we're not going to do sharpshooter anymore.
On the third attack, okay.
Everything else is the same.
Okay.
Just no sharpshooter.
Have you done your action surge yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first turn. 20 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay.
You guys can
Hunter's
see
Mark
he's
is gone.
absolutely winded and damaged. You guys have definitely unleashed the hell on him. You see you guys' efforts are definitely not in vain as he's bleeding profusely in different areas. This is a huge creature, but where you have struck him, he's still dripping blood momentarily, and like his wounds aren't healing as quickly as you might think they would. Like you've definitely dealt some fucking damage to this dragon.
Just for like a size comparison, because our friends on YouTube can't see it. How big is this dragon exactly?
So he is size
I need
gargantuan.
a dex saving
good.
throw of 14.
So
For those of you who are not
I'm sorry, what?
aware
Dex
of the
saving
size
throw.
categories, gargantuan, I believe, is the
Natural 20.
biggest that a creature can be.
It's about the size of a building, a large building, about 2 buildings. I believe it's like, what is it, like 40 feet across, size-wise?
I think its claw could like crush an adult human male and still like be longer and bigger.
Yeah, you guys are,
This thing
I mean-
is insane.
yeah.
When we bring him back to the village, he will be enough to feed us through the winter.
For years to come. If you could find ways to, like,
If we do have to, we round up or down.
down.
Crap, I just... Okay.
Just tell me the number and I'll round it down.
Okay, well, if you stop talking, I can do my math.
Ooh, my. This is what happens when you fight bosses.
27 damage.
27? Okay, so 13. Alright.
No, like all the 27 total.
Yeah.
So you rounded.
I only have to have one dice. It's 27 total. It's not 13. It's 27.
What are you having?
My Hail of Thorns, because it was a successful saving throw, you get half of that damage.
Okay.
Just
so
from the
26.
1d10.
Okay, alright.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I need certifications. Got a note here that I'll keep track of. Okay.
You told me to give you a number. I give you a number. That's the end of my turn.
You don't want to move at all? I'm just saying, you guys have been standing next to each other the whole time and you kind of got like spirit bombed in the face.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna do anything at this point.
You guys are currently in the lightning field still that I generated.
Okay, fine.
Pog.
Alright. After Alexia is Ithlin. At the end of your turn, however, he's going to attack Varys again. Natural 20.
Saw that coming. Didn't see that part coming down.
Yep. And now Varys is dead.
And now Varys dies. The healers just exploded. Maybe
That was
not.
my intention.
What's your HP?
25 damage.
Well, you just
On a
had
crit?
it.
Yep.
Well,
Dragons aren't as terrifying as people think they are.
their normal attacks aren't that bad. It's everything else.
It's the breath attack, yeah.
So I got a 12. That very easily pass.
Okay. So let's see if Alexia's turn. Ithlin, you're up.
I'll get up and just move a few feet forward. It's fine. Just like,
So you stand up so you got half movement.
yeah.
So 15.
Yeah, just move me my full forward because it's half. So.
You can Eldritch Blast still.
Yeah.
Or you-
I'm going to do that.
Or you
but-
can use your action to throw the Iron Stone up.
Hmm. Yeah, I suppose I'll use the stone. So if I need to attack,
So you toss that back up in the air. And, alright. Any action, or any bonus actions? Do you want second wind at all? You still have that.
well, I need to use. No, I can't use. This Hexblade scripts one away, but that's once a short rest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can't use that again.
Did you get your temporary HP?
Mm-hmm.
You know that it doesn't stack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a second one, I guess.
Okay.
Don't really have anything else I can do.
So that'll be the end of your turn. It's used up all legendary actions, so I can't do anything this turn. So after Ithlin is Varys.
So it's floating above me so I can run
20
underneath
feet,
of it,
yeah,
right?
20 feet. And it can hit you still, given its reach attack. So.
Yeah. Alright, if I were to move here,
Mm-hmm.
would it try and swing at me?
No, you're still in the start range.
Okay, so then I want to move here so I'm underneath it, okay?
Okay.
And then I would like to use my bonus action to cancel the heroism and cast a level 5 healing spirit right here.
Okay. Are you sure that's wise?
Wait, not a level 5, level 4. I don't have level 5 slots left anymore. And then Tony the Tiger will appear. And I will walk into Tony and get my healing on. So that's one.
Okay.
So it's 3d6. For 7. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, 5. Move back to here. And then I will Eldritch Blast.
Is
the Dargon.
the healing spirit a bonus action?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Peaceful.
Yeah, it is. Okay, go ahead.
23 is the lowest.
Okay, so all three of those will hit then.
Nice. Guys, go pet Tony.
Pet Tony!
Pet Tony and then run away. So I'm gonna mark him with this.
Okay.
So it's there. Alright. 2, 6, 10 plus 33, so 43.
Alright. At this point, you see its wings flapping slower. It's struggling to maintain its balance in the air. It's kind of breathing heavily, and you hear it just kind of
As I'm ending my turn, I just kind of... You know, you're the toughest son of a bitch we've had to fight so far on Dragnir. No matter who wins this fight, I hope that either side will remember the other, as this was a great battle.
make a persuasion check.
That is the end of my turn. After that,
Actually, just do a general charisma check.
general charisma.
Yeah.
26.
As he starts his legendary action, he goes, "Time will forget this battle, but I will not."
So that's some small comfort.
He starts his legendary action with their tail whip at you.
I will shield.
Okay, what's your AC right now?
24.
Unfortunately, that'll still hit you. 32, so. But, really small damage, only 14.
Oh, and I've been bloody for a while.
Okay.
I forgot to declare that.
So that's the end of your turn. Start of his turn, legendary action. So now it's his turn fully. He's had this back for a while. Let's see. Not really in range of it. Okay. He'll use for... No, that's a legendary action. He's just gonna try and bite you. Seriously, still 24?
Yep.
No, just barely miss you. Its claw strikes against the barrier and it shatters almost instantly as its claw hits you. And you kind of breathe that sigh of relief of like, oh my god. Alexia, you're up.
So you no longer have those temporary HPs that I was giving you guys. But Tony's there. If you run into him, you get healed.
Don't die.
Oh man, wrong pipe.
Yeah. And Dragnir's throat is getting clogged with all that blood, that internal bleeding.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Ooh, wrong pipe. It was like half good, half bad.
Finish him.
Let's do a bursting arrow.
I'm not in range of that for once.
No, it is because he's in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true.
That's right. When she did it the first time, I was worried, but then I remembered he was in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was afraid that a crit or a crit thorn was going to just impale my eyeball and I would die.
Well, you have to remember, like,
How high in the area is he?
20 feet. You have to remember that. I don't have the proper mini for the size replication, but it's a 40-foot space that he occupies, so he is very, very big. So anything that would normally like hit within 5 feet, like.
Do we consider him within 60 feet of me? Given geometry,
Yeah, he'd probably be within 60 feet of you.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to use Slayer's Prey.
Okay, what's that?
I get an additional 1d6 damage for the first attack that hits on my turn.
Okay. Are you using a dragon slaying arrow or an arrow?
No, just regular arrow.
Okay.
We're gonna try a bursting arrow though.
So as you pull your arrow, it kind of glows white momentarily and returns to normal, and you arch it, and then you channel it with your arcane archer ability, and it kind of like gets that force energy around it. And then the ice encases it as you launch it forward.
32.
That definitely hits.
Nice.
So that hits. So that'll be 1d6. 2d6 for bursting arrow. The Leviathan is a 10 and an 8.
That's a lot of damage.
You guys can just hear those dice clack.
It's like 5 of them.
10, 20, 28 total? 28?
Alright. Okay.
Alright. We'll try a bursting arrow sharpshooter.
Okay.
Ugh. Nope. That'll fail. Try it again.
Wait, what was the total? You got like a 9.
It was like 16.
Definitely misses, unfortunately.
Nat
Natural
one.
1.
Didn't do shit that time either.
Oh no.
That could hit someone else though.
And
so-
Ragnar seems to be steeling himself for this battle as you launch your arrow against him. And your arrow's kind of ping off of him without the dragon slaying properties. He's not as vulnerable as he once was.
With that one, does my arrow hit anyone else?
No, because you're a sharpshooter now. So you're not bad at shooting anymore.
Are you trying to get me killed? Don't ask him things like that.
He'll use legendary action on your turn. And Varys is the closest, who's going to tail whip you again. With a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, can I use my movement to go pet Tony at the end of my turn?
You can.
Hi, Tony.
21 damage.
So Tony heals you for 13. I take 21.
Yes.
I'm dangerously close to death, my friend.
And that's the end of Alexia's turn. Ethlon, you're up.
Alright. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Use a point of luck to reroll one of them.
Okay.
Let's see if any of them hit. Huh. Nope. They all miss.
Oh, right.
Y'all just lost kind of fire, and you're wary at this point. I was like, you have like one eye shut. You just came back to life, and you're just kind of like shakily, just like, and then kind of fire past, and you kind of just like cough up some more blood. You're still moving still, which you can move towards Tony the Tiger if you'd like.
I'm not moving within melee range of him.
Okay. He's out of legendary actions, so Varys, you're up.
He'll move into Tony and Alexia and then move back out to where I was.
Okay.
So I will heal. Kind of sucky. That 8's better than nothing. And that's... see that you've been missing a couple of your shots there. Maybe you need a few pointers from me, and I'll Eldritch Blast, and this will be my inspiration to you.
Okay, you can use inspiration as well.
No, like my giving her my bardic inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
By showing her how to really shoot.
Okay. So you get a point of inspiration, or you get his inspiration. Just
Bardic
like
inspiration. D10.
D10 now?
Okay. The lowest is a 20. Wait, that's a 6. Never mind. The lowest was 17.
17 misses.
Okay, and then it was 20 and 29.
So it's a both hit.
Okay. Bardic inspiration and 2d10. Oh baby, 13 plus 22, 35.
Alright. As she kind of clashes against them, and his wings kind of like falter from him, and he catches himself. Your turn's done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so still no legendary actions. On his turn, they refresh. On his turn, he gets to move. He is going to make a since nobody's really in range, he's going to point at you, Varys. And he's going to go, you are a worthy foe. And he opens his mouth and launches a lightning blast at you.
Clench. My butthole.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. How much hit points do you have left?
Not enough.
Do you want to know?
I do.
I'm pretty sure you can one-shot me if you roll high. I have 11.
11? Yeah, so generously speaking, it is at least 16 points of damage, so...
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, real one-shot, like, one-shot kill.
Oh.
Because I'm low enough. If you did 136 to me, I would just die on the spot.
So we should find out.
Yep.
At that point, it will be...
Ooh, I take full.
It will be Alexia's turn, so go ahead and prepare your action. Let me see how much damage I deal to Varys.
I'm definitely down, though.
Yeah, definitely down, but let's see
At
if
what point do we just die on the spot? Because I was definitely negative 28.
if I double your maximum hit points, you are just dead.
Oh, okay.
It's not double, it's whatever hit points you're at, if you take damage over 0 equal to your max HP, so like, let's say I'm at 1 and my max HP is 125, I would need to take 126 damage at 1 HP to die outright. So if you're at full health, something would have to deal 250 in one hit to just...
So far, I don't think it's going to happen.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Also, Tony's going to just...
Alright.
Do I have to step out of
You
the
take a
square
total of
and then back
67
in?
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not dead, but I'm definitely at 0.
As the lightning flash happens and the arc just whoosh from his mouth, you see Varys on the ground, truckled and smoking, and electricity kind of, his body just barely twitching as it happens. And that's in Dragnir's turn. Alexia, you're up.
Okay, so I'll step out of Tony and then back into Tony to heal.
Okay.
That'll be 5, 10. Then I'll step back
It
up.
persists even though he's
15.
unconscious.
Does your healing spirit go away if you are unconscious?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Never
Okay.
mind then.
Oh.
Because it's concentration, and I can't
Yeah.
concentrate.
5, 10, 15.
So you
How
very
does it-
dramatically, he opens his mouth.
My bardic inspiration stays, though.
So he very dramatically opens his mouth point blank at you and just opens it, and in the flash, your body just kind of disappears. And when the flash ends, you're on the ground, smoking and charcoal.
Does the Bardic Inspiration just give me extra attack?
You roll
To
d10 to
hit.
see how much you get to hit.
You can roll it for to hit, saving throw, or ability check.
Can it for damage as well because of the kind of bard you are?
No, that's for Valor Bards.
Oh, okay.
My type of Bard, I get to use my own inspiration to do extra things.
Alright, so I'll do a sharpshooter.
Okay. Mouse roll the inspiration with it.
Whatchamacallit? Do I have to do it at the same time, or can I decide, okay, well, that was...
You can
You decide after you
afterwards.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So sharpshooter, bursting arrow.
Okay.
That's my last one. Damn it, Varys. Your dead body's in the way. That's not going to be high enough.
What's your total?
16.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. If you want to. It's up to you.
That's a hit.
16 plus 8, so
24.
That definitely hits.
You're welcome.
With Varys'
Bursting
words kind of
arrow.
ringing in your head, and you see his body fall forward. He takes that full lightning blast and just falls to his knees dead. And you see that happen, and you're just like, I have to end this now, and you pull your bow back.
Okay. 14, 15, 16, 39 damage.
Can I not fall forward? Can I fall backwards and like do
Sure.
the whole anime slow motion as I'm falling backwards, like my eyes closed and I smile and like the tear like comes out of my eye and just like goes
Yes.
flying. in
You
the
fall
air.
faster
You
than the
you
tear.
can absolutely do that, and that would be your contribution to Alexia. How do you want to end this?
Fucking
Woo!
finally, man. Oh my god.
Carried. I beat him.
Slow motion as
Is there a
Varys.
part of his body that's like more damaged? Like, could I like take a wing off or like knock his tail off?
This is how you
or-
want to do it. How do you want to end this?
Oh.
Full contribution. Varys falls backward and kind of gives a thumbs up as he does, and like a single tear rolls down his eye. This all happens in slow motion as he falls backwards and you let loose your arrow.
Alright. I want my bursting arrow to hit him square between his wings in the back. And
So
then the burst.
it'll hit his torso first, but...
But his back's too
No,
big.
it's fine. So go ahead.
I want it to like burst and like when it explodes, like his wings fall off.
Okay, sure.
So he's like emasculated. He's not even a dragon, he's just a lizard now.
Lizard.
They'll not fall off, but as you fire your arrow, he goes down, claw raised, ready to finish Varys off, and he goes down to stab him with his huge razor-like claw, and you fire your arrow and it pierces through his chest, and he kind of like reels backwards and like contorts a little bit, and as the arrow's magic kind of like explodes inward, parts of his wings kind of fall off, and he's got these kind of like ratty, tattered wings, and he's trying to desperately stay afloat, and he kind of falls to the ground, and he turns to you, and he's just like, it seems I underestimated you. But this means nothing. There are older and more ancient things than I.
Really?
Alexia, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking get it. 20.
20? You'll take half damage. So it is 10 points of damage.
That's halved.
Yes,
That's
it's halved.
17.
10 is halved. As from behind you, this huge arc of electricity kind of fires at the dragon and kind of knocks you to the side. And you turn and you see Lawless there,
Mother.
spear in the ground, launching electricity at the creature. And these wings kind of sprout from his body, and he jumps up in the air and he stabs at Dragnir in the head. And as he does this, you see this essence of Andragnir kind of drain and fade away from him into the gauntlet Lawless carries. And as Andragnir kind of lays there, he kind of steps off of him and he goes, I appreciate you doing the work for me. It's much less effort on my end.
I'd say something, but
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, so we'll say he's here at this point.
Oh, you again. I suppose you should start being more grateful for all the work we're doing for you. Tell me, how about in return? What are you doing with all of this?
I'm doing what must be done. That's all there is to it.
Oh no, I'm quite aware of that. We're doing the same thing. But why?
You're pawns in the end.
Oh, we're all pawns.
You think you're fighting this great fight, but you don't know anything about the truth.
Oh, you speak to one who has lived many years beyond your fathoming. I know. Lifetime's worth of forbidden things, child. Do not speak to me as one who is daft. But do not misunderstand me. I'm not here to oppose anything you seem to think that you are doing. I'm merely curious.
For the sake of RP, Varys, you can be conscious for this. Just kind of barely drifting in and out of consciousness as your eyes are kind of like blinking back and forth, and you see Lawless there, and then they disappear, and you kind of see everyone kind of having the conversation you halfway hear as like your senses are still kind of overcome by the near-death experience.
Lawless.
Can you say anything, Lexi?
Does he even respond to this one?
He just kind of like twirls his spear and like puts it in the ground, and he kind of looks between each and one of you, and he goes, "It'd be a waste of my time to finish you off."
So that's it then.
If you long for death and he points a spear at you, I will oblige you.
Rude.
Oh no. You must understand. These two are my companions, yes? They seem to, how shall I say it, have lost the plot. They don't understand what's really going on. The forces that exist beyond space and time, older than everything. I seek that power. You clearly are destined for bigger and greater things. So tell me, where are you going?
Continue on your path. I'm sure ours will cross again. This power you seek, I'll warn you though. You have to give up everything to obtain it. The price I've paid is unfathomable.
Oh, I know. I know far more than one should.
And he kind of puts a spear behind his neck and he kind of proceeds to leave. If anyone would like to reply, now's your chance.
I lift my head up to say something and then just head back into the pavement again.
Alright.
Or obsidian.
These blue, like, draconic wings descend from his back once again. He kind of flaps away and flies off into the distance, off of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have defeated Andragnir. And as you wonder, the crypt,
Ponder the cryptic message.
I guess that's a good way to put it. So you ponder the cryptic message that Lawless gave to you all, those who were conscious enough for it, and you see Andragnir lay dead before you, his stash of gold and trinkets before you. We'll end tonight's session there. So like I said, this is just going to be on YouTube. You did not miss the stream at all. We kind of did this because our internet was dead. There's stuff going on in the area. But we want to keep the story going. So we missed you live viewers. You guys are great. Hopefully you guys watch us next time. And hopefully next week. Or I guess whenever we can stream again. Depending on like when I can finally post this episode. Hopefully you guys are there with us. But until then, we'll see you next time. And stay nerdy, my friends.
Later, guys.
And I'll tell you guys what you guys got afterwards.
Ooh.